Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off, and the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Gonna be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's gonna be an added penalty. That's gonna be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are gonna clear that zone over to the near side. Here it comes. He's sure on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's gonna be. It's not gonna be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Gonna make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble and still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was gonna proc. But yeah, gonna take the draw and gonna be won by the Pens. That's gonna be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low, gonna try and take it behind the net, trying to create some room. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot, deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot, and he's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Billy Quinn, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Gonna try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh boy! Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot. He's done! Let's win! Let's freaking go, baby! Save the kid!
Took it on his
Save the kid!
took it on his shoulder and said, "Let me just clear this one."
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That is how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. I the chance. A shot. He's gone! Russ! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out at Kindle. A chance, a breakaway, he shoots, he scores! Igor Chinikov! Getting his first goal as a Penguin! Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins! Woo! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it! How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, bringing you live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins taking on the Florida Panthers, the first of a back-to-back series against this team in Pittsburgh, and it should be a good one here tonight. These teams are both hungry. Florida on the verge of elimination. Given the Red Wings loss earlier, how's it going, Cheryl? But given the Red Wings' loss earlier today, Florida is playing for their playoff lives at this point. While they likely are not going to make it anyway, with a loss in this game, they will secure their fate in being eliminated from the playoffs. Even if they don't, still a Blue Jackets win would still eliminate them, but we're not going to worry about that. This game right here, right now, Florida with a loss, given the fact that Ottawa didn't win and neither did Detroit get a point, Florida with a regulation loss would be eliminated. As for the Penguins, if they lose, they are eliminated from the first seed in the Metropolitan. They would give that up over to Carolina. With a loss today, overall a big game for these teams, both as the Florida Panthers, two-time defending Cup champions, on the verge of elimination before the last week of the season, and the Penguins, a team that was a side thought, an afterthought at the beginning of the season, trying to stay alive in the first seed for the Metropolitan, not to mention trying to keep themselves up in the second seed for the Metro as well, having home ice advantage in the opening playoff series. Taking a look at our goaltender matchup today, we got repping the black and yellow, Artur Sheelovs. His stats on the year, he is 17, 10, and 8, with a .299 goals against average, an .891 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. In his last 5 starts, he is 3-2 with wins over Winnipeg in a shootout, Colorado and the Islanders, but then a loss to Colorado and the Vegas Golden Knights. In those games, his goals against average has been, he's given up, 5, 10, 15, 19 goals, so almost 4 goals a game given up on average. Not the best, but again, in that list, you got the Islanders, you got Vegas, and you got Colorado twice. Meanwhile, for the Florida Panthers, they are rocking with Sergei Bobrovsky. 27, 21, and 1 on the season, a .296 goals against average, an .881 save percentage, and 4 shutouts. In his last 5 starts against Boston, the Rangers, Seattle, Edmonton, and Vancouver, he is also 3-2 with a shootout win over Seattle and wins over Boston and Edmonton, but losses to Vancouver and the Rangers. And in those starts, he does have a shutout. That was the Edmonton game, but he's also given up 12 goals in the other 4 games. So overall, his goals against average is closer to 2, but still, anything is possible. The Florida Panthers have not really been having a great year, partially because Bob has been having, in his career, one of the worst years, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, overall, his save percentage of .881 is the worst he has had in his career, if it would hold. Meanwhile, looking at his shutouts at 4, yeah, it's better than some years. But that save percentage, man, the goals against average also, .296, would be the highest since the 22-23 season. And before that, it would be the highest since 2019-2020. So overall, Bobrovsky not having a great year statistically, and he's looking to rebound, but I don't know that he's going to be able to today against this suffocating Pittsburgh offense that's come back as of late. The Penguins coming off of 2 wins in 3 games with a loss to Tampa Bay, albeit a rough loss, but still a loss. But the other wins, 8-3 against the Isles, and it was 5-1 against Detroit. So overall, a really, really good time here for Penguins fans. I lost my call sheets. There they are. We are underway. Florida going from right to left. Already a quick shot on Sheelovs. Testing him early, but he ain't flinching. A big save by Artur Sheelovs. All right. The Pens going to be going from left to right. Florida from right to left. And we'll see what we've got in store for this one here. Should be a good game. Taking a look at our poll in the chat. We've got 9 votes over there. We're splitting 78% for the Pittsburgh Mother-Loving Penguins. Face-off now to the right of She Loves. And the face-off won by the Pens. Moving it out the far side. Carlson with speed. Chasing him down is Verhage, but over to the far side. The offensive end shot. Denied. Rebound. Chance. He scores! 20 seconds in, baby! That's going to be Nochari! Getting the early goal on Sergei Bobrovsky. That's how you frickin' do it. Just get the rebound, flip it in over his shoulder on said rebound. First shot, first goal. Just flipping it right over Bobrovsky's. Was it over his head or his shoulder? It went over one of the two. Let's see. He flipped it right over Bob's head. That's one of the greatest goals I've seen. Flip it right over the goalie's head and right on in. Oh, even the bench is loving it. Glue guy with a big old smile on his face. And the Penguins win the ensuing draw, but Florida's going to dump it back into their offensive end. Here comes Pittsburgh up the near side, losing control again, driving the offensive end. And that's going to be AJ Greer trying to hold on to it as Chinakhov trying to wrestle it away. And that puck taken by the Pens going the other way with it. Up through center they go. Oh, that was an incredible goal. Incredible goal to watch. But over to the near side, down behind the net of She Loves to the far side. They'll send it out. And the puck goes out of play. Okay, Achari looking over with the coaching staff on something. Again, just looking at that goal. Carlson got it, got speed on the outside. He got outside leverage and then flipped it vertical. And man, Noel Achari. What great hand-eye coordination on that goal. That's one of the greatest goals you are going to see. But here we go. Face off now to the left of She Loves. Dewar going to take it up against Nosek. Thomas Nosek. Okay. So here we go. Far side circle draw in the Pens defensive end. Pittsburgh gonna win the draw. Moving it out the far side to Raquel, centering to Clifton. Back to Raquel. Up through center he goes to Clifton to Gino. Gino pass. Shot goes behind the net. Over to the near side. That's gonna be Tommy Novak up to Clifton. Clifton on shot goes off Gino. In the corner to the far side. Flipped around and out of the zone by Bjornfot. Now up through center. The Pens getting it back into their own end, trying to move it vertical. And back into their own end they go. Over to the near side of Genny Malkin. Wing to the far side, trying to control it. Ryan Shea taking it back. Up the far side, intercepted by Florida off of the stick of Reinhardt. And to the far side corner they go. Moving it around the near side. Up through center, Kindle to the far side. Driving in, trying to get a pass. Broken up by Seth Jones. And over to the far side, they work down low again. Jones with the puck. Moving it up. Along the boards, it's tied up in that far circle in the Pens offensive end. And a nice save by Sergeant Bob. You missed the greatest goal you were ever going to see, Dad. Yes. Okay. It was the thing. So. But yeah, you missed it. Noah Chari takes a shot at Bobrovsky. Denied. Then he takes the puck, flips it over Bobrovsky's head, and it settles in the net. Oh, man. So here we go. Face off to the right of Sergeant Bob. That's good, Ronald. How you doing, bro? As that puck cleared out by Florida with speed into the offensive end. Nice use of the body to break that chance up. Here comes Anthony Mantha. Behind the net to the far side he goes. Out of his own end. Passing to the near Gino. And driving down. Sorry, it's Kindle. A pass back up to the point. That's going to be Carlson with a shot off the body. Tied up in front of the net. And now Florida getting back on top of it. Coming up the other way. Off the stick of Verhage, into the offensive end, down into the corner, centering pass, taken back, and into the boards they go behind the net far side, working it around towards the top of the zone. Florida still holding it. AJ Greer to Forsling with a shot and gloved by Artie Boy. Oh, Artie Boy, the pipes are calling. All right, teams to win 2 straight Stanley Cups, then miss the playoffs. The last time this happened was Montreal missing in 1970 after winning 68 and 69. And before that, the only other team was Detroit in 36 and 37, 1936, 1937, missing in 1938. Florida getting ready to join that company today. Over to the near side, Tkachuk with a shot off Verhaeghe, out to the outside, up through center. Here comes your speed. Erik Karlsson driving, passing, could not connect with Dewar. Goes to Achari in the corner. That fourth line again. Over to the far side, Glue Guy with the puck in the corner. Down to Achari. Achari to Glue Guy. Losing the puck, Verhaeghe now. Back on in behind the net they go, over to the far side. And flipping it along the boards, taken by Pittsburgh with a shot, loose in front of the net, and Bob makes the stop. Sergeant Bob not going to let another easy one get by him. Oh, man. That was an incredible shot. Glue Guy was off to the races. Tried to hit Dewar, just could not get him. Could not get him. I'm sure Florida doesn't want that record. Oh, absolutely. The first team since 1970 to win back-to-back cups and then miss the third year. And that quick shot going to be immediately stopped by Sergeant Bob. All right. Again, just taking a look at some of those opportunities that the Penguins have had so far. Quality opportunities at both ends, if I do say so myself. But here we go, top of the zone, shot, not going to make it to the net. Near side, top of the zone, sent back down low. Along the boards in the corner, moving it up the near side. And to the point, Chinikov over towards Gerard. Working down low and taken out the other way by Samoskevich. And up through center ice, the Pens get it back to the near side, driving the net. Chinikov, pass in front. Oh, no, Crosby up to the point. And over to the far side, Russ gonna chase it out. Oh, Crosby had a wide open net, and Russ is hurt. Oh, son of a gun. Oh, no. 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 Russ to his feet. He's limping. Oh, no. Oh, son of a gun. Russ not putting weight on that right leg. Oh, no. He got slammed into the boards there off of the body. Michael Benning shoved Rust into the boards and he went down. Oh, man, you need Mantha and McAvoy to get at least 1.5 shots each. Well, we'll see. But then Crosby had an open net. He just could not convert on it. Rust still on the bench. Pens are going to get the power play because of the boarding call. So the Pittsburgh Penguins are on the power play. But Russ is in a world of pain in the bench. Oh my gosh. So up to the point, and the puck gets cleared out by Florida. Played there by Artie Party. Moving it around the near side. Man, the amount of things that went wrong in those 20 seconds. Man, over to the near side, Crosby flipping it down low, Raquel behind the net to the top of the zone. Working it around along the boards again, near side to Crosby, up to the point, and clearing themselves out of the zone. Taken by Karlsson. But yeah, I mean, Crosby mishandles the puck, can't end up getting a goal because of that. And then Russ goes down to the boards, but Karlsson with a shot! Denied. Raquel over to the far side. Top of the zone, he sends it. Now to the point, Karlsson. Back again to the far side, sending it near side, Crosby. Crosby up to Karlsson. Shot, he scores! Erik Karlsson on the goal for the Penguins. Gonna make it a 2-0 affair here in the Berg. Gonna go ahead and free that sin bin. Jailbreak! But the Penguins taking a 2-0 lead on the power play. Karlsson with a rifle from the point. Crosby sets up Karlsson and he just zips it right on in. Goes off the left post, rings around the net, and hits Bob in the back. Wow. This is the Karlsson we thought we were getting when we got Erik Karlsson. Hopefully Russ is okay, though. We'll see if he's, I can't see if he's still on the bench or not. But over to the near side, Bobrovsky going to leave it along the boards for the stick of Bjornfot to the far side. And Girard trying to keep it in the zone. But Florida ultimately gets possession and sends it out. They go Karlsson and Sid the Kid Crosby. Either. Over to the near side, over to the far. Big hit by Glue Guy. And up to the top of the zone. The puck is going to be battled for. And down low, taken behind the net to the near side. Here comes Florida. Up through center, he clears. Taken back by the Penguins. Losing control of it, Tanger down low for Kachuk. And it's an intercepted pass there by Achari. Crosby and Chinikov, by the way, on the assists. And back on in behind the net to the near side, played by Benning. Along the boards, big hit. Big hit dished out by Mantha. Top of the zone, Clifton wing to the far side. Into the neutral zone it goes. That's the one thing I'm noticing about this Penguins team. I have not seen the Penguins play this physical in a long time. But they are playing and they're making it work. Brazeau drives the net and he gets tripped up into the post. And the puck gets cleared out. It's going to be a Florida icing. But yeah, this Penguins team is playing with a new level of physicality. I don't think I have seen this team play this physical really in a long time. I don't know if they've been playing this physical since the Cup years. I mean, they are dishing out punishment. You stand in their way, they are dishing out the punishment. So, that's the one thing I am liking that I'm seeing out of this team right now. The physicality is just off the charts. You need to be careful with Florida. Well, we'll see. Driving Bob to the far side. Gino to the top of the zone. Clifton shot. Not going to make it to the net. Clifton again. Over to Raquel. Rax looking for somewhere along the far side. He sends it back to Rax. Back to Clifton. From the top of the zone. Centering pass. In there is going to be Reinhart. Gets taken away by Florida and cleared the zone. Forsling and Benning both looking for changes, both gonna get him. Into the offensive end, down low, kicked away by Bob. Tommy Novak trying to get it back. Puck is still loose in the corner. Top of the zone, centered by Florida, and moving it out the other way. Into the offensive end, shot denied, rebound chance, he scores. That one gonna be AJ Greer. Gonna get that goal there on the rebound. Arthur Shilov just not able to control the initial shot, and the rebound gets past him. Greer just flipped it right down the 5-hole, and once he had the 5-hole beat, there was no going back from that. Oh boy, a nice chance there, but just right where he didn't need it to be. Shilov's had the 5-hole, he was trying to readjust, and it just went right there. Perfect placement by AJ Greer on that. Yep. Well, it's unfortunate, but still have the lead. That's fine. Here comes the face-off. Florida wins it to the far side. Trying to send it through center, but the Pens wrestling it away. To the near side, Karlsson sends it to the zone. Behind the net of Sergeant Bob. To the far side it goes. Chinikov sends it around. Not going to connect. Along the boards and taken out the other way. Here comes Florida. Up through center to the offensive end. Taken back by Parker Wotherspoon. To the far side, he sends it into the offensive end along the boards. Down low, Seth Jones. And over to AJ Greer. Is Rust out there? I'm not seeing Rust yet, but we'll see if we see him the rest of the day. AJ Greer along the boards, paying the price. Big collision there. And it's going to be Anthony Mantha moving it up through center and dumping it into the offensive end. Played behind the net of Sergeant Bob to the far side, moving it up off the stick of Bjornfot. And now into the offensive end, they'll send it behind Shilovs. To the far side, Girard sends it over to Tanger. Here comes Tanger flipping up wing to the far side. Into the offensive end, they'll send it. Behind Bob, out to the far side, flipping it around along the boards and wrestling it away. Oh, I know, the Pens cannot afford any more injuries right now. Into the corner, battling for it, a nice check dished out by Pittsburgh, but Florida's still going to get it. Centered pass now to the point, shot, not going to make it to the net, loose to the near side along the boards. Again, still Tanger now, trying to get it back. Trying to hit Novak if he can. I did not see Rust going down the tunnel, but they have not shown the broadcast, and I can't hear the broadcast, so I don't know for sure. But now a chance, a shot, and denied by Arthur Shelovs. Ryan Shea, everybody grab your partner, swing them round and round. It's time for a good old Southern hoedown after that save. Man, that's the place I would have been at for the other games. But everybody getting chippy on that one. Even Sid the Kid in the middle of that pile. Man. Let me see if we got any news on Rusty Razor. Let me go over to X and look up Rusty Razor. Brian Rust. Let's see. Latest. Brian Rust isn't going to the locker room just yet. So he hobbled off the ice, is currently sitting at the end of the bench with an athletic trainer, according to Taylor Haas. Taylor Haas.
Oh God, I'm gonna move.
You don't need to move. Now you're in the recording studio, the live studio. Florida still plays dirty, unfortunately. It was a big check by Benning on Rust into the boards. Rust might be out. We don't know. We haven't seen him, but he took a nasty shot. He got checked into the boards pretty good, and it was a pretty good collision.
That means the Penguins are not going to win another game.
Rust was very slow to get up, and by the time he did, he hobbled to the bench.
They're not going to win another game for the rest of the year then.
Do you mind? Oh, Florida is dirty. I don't know if that was a dirty hit, but Florida does tend to play dirty. So we'll see.
They get a penalty on it?
Oh, they did. And the Pens got a power play goal on it. Wait, where is this? I-78. That is going to be north. A small plane made an emergency landing on a Pennsylvania highway. I'm trying to see where they landed. It's on 78 eastbound. I gotta see where this was. I-78 plane landing. Oh, Lehigh County. Okay. That's the other side of the state.
And you need to score the next goal.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Face off one by Dewar to the far side. Trying to clear it out of the zone. They do for now. Battling right in front of the Penguins bench. I'm trying to see if I could see Russ there. I don't know if he went down to the tunnel. He might have, but he's not with the training staff right now. And Glue Guy with a shot, not going to go. Over to the near side along the boards. Tied up for that puck down low. And moving it down behind the net. There goes Glue Guy. Sending it out. And trying to hit a Chari. In there as well with him is going to be Donovan Sabrango. Moving it up the other way. Here comes Florida. Verhage not able to fully control it. The puck gets cleared all the way back. Oh, yes. Who would have thought Stars and Avs scoreless in the third period? But we'll see. Moving it out now into the offensive end behind the net of Shelovs. Over towards the boards. And yeah, Pens need to score next for sure. Yeah, Cheryl agrees with you, Dad. But here we go. Up the other way. Rusty Razor! What do you do with a Rusty Razor? What do you do with a Rusty Razor? He's on the ice. So he is back, which is good. Gerard getting it to the near side and making a Florida Panthers spin out. That might have been Kunin. Over to the far side, but Rusty Razor back out there, which is good to see. Over to the near side, nice. Tanger trying to hit the far side.
Unless he can't play and he gives up a goal because of it.
Gosh, Dad. So here we go, up into the offensive end, taken by Gino, down low into the corner towards Rax. Rax moving it around, back in behind the net to Gino. Over to the top of the zone, Clifton wing to wing to the far side. Sending it down low, shot gonna go behind the net to the near side. Novak to Clifton. Clifton down low again to the near side, Gino. Gino centering to Clifton. Driving it, shot! Oh, just high and up into the glass. Now over to the far side, the Pens trying to move it out. They have been dominant in zone time. Florida's goal was on a quick bang bang kind of thing. Clifton centers. Back to Clifton with a shot going wide to the far side. Greer takes it out. And trying to move that puck, it goes clear out into the neutral zone. And it's going to be a Florida icing.
So Rax roast beef, huh?
Oh my gosh. That'd be a great series of Av Stars. It would be in the second round, absolutely.
I would call them roast beef.
We'll call them Arby's. We have the meats.
No, Rax used to be a roast beef.
Yes, but also Arby's is famous for roast beef. So Rax roast beef, Arby's is famous for roast beef, so Rax equals Arby's.
No.
So here we go, near side, drawing the offensive end. Ben Kindle trying to steal it. He does to the near side, but Mantha can't quite control it. Got tied up into the corner. Puck goes loose, maintained Carlson from the point to the far side, passing up. Wotherspoon to Mantha. Mantha sends it low. Shot and not frozen, now frozen. Okay. I couldn't tell if it was frozen or not under
That was almost a tip in.
Yeah, almost. That's why I was like, frozen. No, wait, no, it's still going. No, now it's frozen. Oh, man, because right there, I thought it was frozen when Bob slammed the glove down, but he missed the puck. Bob missed the puck, and that almost gave up a goal. Okay. So, let's see. Let us see. Baltimore 2 Bucks. Oh, yeah, they're playing. They played at 4. First pitch was, that was the other thing. I forgot to even check that. But yes, sir. 2-1.
They're playing at home?
Yeah, they're playing at home. Pittsburgh's a nightmare tonight. You can't go to the North Shore because the North Shore is covered with the Pirates game. You can't go down through downtown because that's where you're stuck with. That's where you're stuck with the Pens game. You can't go anywhere from the
north.
north.
A little bit of the archway that they got set up for the draft.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the Pens are the Pirates playing on an opening weekend. Who got the stuff there? Let me go to the game day and take a look at the box score. Because the Pirates have not lost yet since they've had the cone. So, Mlodzinski got the yank at the top of the 5th. Let's see, Pirates box score. Let's take a look at your Pittsburgh Pirates. And it looks like it was Reynolds who got the run. And it was maybe O'Hearn. Yeah, it was O'Hearn that drove him in.
That's in the first period.
Unless, I don't know. Because he doesn't have an RBI. But how did Reynolds score? Hold on. Let's see. Strikeout, Marcell Ozuna, 3 outs. Ground out, line out, fly out. Top of the 3rd. No, it was in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th. It was a fielding error. That's how Reynolds reached. O'Hearn singled. Connor Griffin was hit by a pitch. Horowitz had a sac fly. He advanced around the bases, I guess, a little bit, and it was a sac fly. So here we go. Near side shot by Carlson. Not going to make it to the net, or not going to be in the net. And over to the near side, Seth Jones moving that puck up.
They call that a save by the goaltender if it's not in the net.
Yes. My brain didn't register for a couple seconds. But to the far side, down low along the boards, the Panthers taking it back. Up the near side, Verhaeghe. Chasing that puck down with Carlson, who's going to take it back. Behind the net, over to the far side, trying to get it freed up for Pittsburgh. He does. And the Pens moving it out the far side through center into the offensive end. But Florida takes it back. Seth Jones, centering pass up the near side, trying to get it through center. And into the offensive end, along the near side, Kachuk. Top of the zone, sending it down low. To the far side, Tanger. Moving it up with a chance. Up the near side, and up, Tanger has to retreat, creating some space. And over to the far side, into the offensive end they'll go. And that puck gets cleared back by Florida. Pittsburgh gonna chase it down. Over to the near side, top of the zone, Forsling. Florida's in the offensive end, sending it towards the net. And it's going to go wide of Shilov's. Florida finally starting to get some offensive zone presence. That's not what we want to see. Working it now into the offensive end, off the stick of Samoskevich. To the near side, it goes loose, and the Penguins, that's Rusty Razor. Passing it up, and it's going to be jumped in by Chinikov. Bobrovsky playing into the far side, back in behind the net, over to the near, it comes back across again. Moving it along the boards, taken there by Gino, and Florida gets it back on the pass. Along the near side, clearing it up in through center ice, and over to the near corner it goes. Along the boards, down low, Shea. Over to the far side, moving it up through center, near side. Into the offensive end they'll go. Bruins are playing Lightning right now, that is true. We'll be keeping an eye on out-of-town scores as well. Over to the near side, top of the zone, Clifton to Shea. Shea sending it down, loose in front of the net, but nobody's there to tip it in. And Florida clears the zone. Now it's going to be off of the stick there by Boqvist, and the Pens take it back. The NHL is full of big games. There are a lot of teams, Florida can still be eliminated, but there's a lot of teams that could be eliminated or clinching various different, seeds, too. So here we go to the near side, down low behind Bob. There goes Shea with it now to the far side, taken by Schwint. Top of the zone, shot by Jones, and he scores. Well, we've got a new game here at 5:29 to go in the first period after Seth Jones punches one right by Artie Party.
Here comes the Penguins. They're going to lose this game.
Come on, Pens.
Man, that is unfortunate. Seth Jones goes right past Raquel. Shilov's couldn't see it. It was right there. He couldn't see it. He thought it was coming at him, and it just kind of got redirected back to his right.
Right there.
Oh no! Was that Rust?
Yeah. Told you.
You son of a gun! You manifested it. You manifested that. You said, "Oh, Russell cost the Pens a goal." Just you wait.
I don't know if that was
Raquel.
67. It could have been 67.
It could have been Raquel. But over to the near side. Yep, there's the goal horn. There we go. So over to the near side, playing it out. Here comes Seth Jones and the Panthers. Through center, taken back by the Penguins, working with it now to the near side, out of their own end. Along the boards, far side, moving it up through center into the offensive end, where Florida takes it back. Man, over to the near side, into the offensive end. Florida sends it where Pittsburgh will recover it. Wotherspoon taking a big check along the boards, and the Pens will clear the zone. Can they control it is another question, though, and the answer to that question is no. And it gets deflected by Shilovs to the near corner, working it around. Moving it out now is going to be off the stick of Parker Wotherspoon. Dumping it up into the offensive end behind Sergeant Bob. Over to the near side, dangerous area, but the puck goes out of play. Is that going to be is that going to be a penalty on Bob or no?
No.
I wasn't sure if Kindle impacted that or if it was Bob was just kind of panicking and he flipped it up and flipped that out of play on his own accord. That's why I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if Rust had anything to do with deflecting the puck out of play. Because if he didn't, then that would have been a penalty on Bobrovsky. That should be a mirror shot up there already. Penguins goalies are inconsistent. Part of the problem is when your defenders are deflecting the puck to make it away from Shilovs. Again, the Penguins don't have a definitive, I'm going to shut you down because I can goalie. But they have two goalies that, hey, if you give me support, you give me help, we're going to win a lot of hockey games. You know what I mean? That's what the Penguins have. That is the kind of goalies they have. So we will see. And the Sabres posting a video as soon as they clinched a playoff berth earlier today, which was crazy to see. Okay. Man. Let's see. Did you lost again? Gaming Look Crazy says, oh, they lost.
Yep.
Do I need to? Oh, ow. Oh, my hair is caught within my. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ow. 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 My hair is caught in my necklace. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how that happened. Do I need to bring out the believes again?
I don't know.
I will. So here we go. Face off to the near side, top of the zone, wing to the far side, and sent into the corner. Working it around along the boards. Tied up down low is Rusty Razor. Chinikov gets spilled out, but no tripping call. And Florida has a 4-on-2 in the offensive end. Oh, son of a gun. Flipping it across. Nice save by Shelovs, but it's not out of the way yet. Samoskevich pass to Greer. Denied over to the near side corner. And now the Pens are going to turn it out the other way. Into the offensive end is Sid the Wonder Kid Crosby to Rusty Razor. He gets tripped. Arm! You can throw your arm up, refs. And that puck gets deflected into the corner by Florida. I mean, that was a clear trip. Russ was clearly tripped up on that end. And there's no penalty. Again, the refs hate calling penalties against Pittsburgh because Toronto hates the fact that Dubas is succeeding. Oh, boy. What happened was the Pens just, the Florida got a quick goal and then it just was a tip in off a couple players. Oh, so you're going to call the offside, but you're not going to call the penalty. Screw you, refs. Refs, you suck. I mean, Russ got... Let me take another look here.
No.
There was a little bit, but...
No, there wasn't.
I suppose it was more of a... In the moment, it looked like because the stick was there.
I understand.
But after looking at that replay at the other angles, it definitely did look...
Sometimes looks can fool you.
Yeah. On the second one, it looked like it was a bit more of a loss of the edge, but it did... He couldn't control as much because he ended up running his skate into the guy. But either way, over to the far side, Seth Jones, pass intercepted, the Pens within the offensive end, near side, Clifton. Wing to Shea, driving towards the net. He shoots, denied. Over to the far side, Connor Clifton. Pens can't afford to go on a losing streak. Even a couple losses could change. Pens being second or third round doing that wild card. Yeah, absolutely. And working it around the near side, driving in Clifton. Shot gets redirected wide, and it's going to be taken by Boqvist to the far side, tied up for that puck as they're going back in behind the net. Moving it around the far side with a chance. And that's going to be taken by Novak down low. And the Pens trying to move it around near side. Clifton down low to Dewar. Shot! And not going to go. It's loose still behind the net to the far side. Top of the zone. A lot of that going around. I'm feeling it's, I feel like, oh my gosh, why am I a word? I'm feeling it on the old, aisles. Man. Well, here we go. Top of the zone. Wing to the far side from Dewar. Sabrango and Jones, both on 2-minute shifts, but now still... Nope, they're getting off. Over to the near side along the boards, and it's going to be a whistle for offside. Artie can't stop anything, and Skinner can't either. The problem is, crazy. These two goalies, if they get defensive support, they are... dare I say, the most average of goalies. Both of them. They're both average goalies. But the Penguins don't play defense consistently. They don't support their goalie. The Penguins organization has gotten so used to having players like Fleury in net for so long that they just put it all on the goalie. Because, oh, we got a goalie back there who can make the easy stop. So we don't need to worry about playing defense. And if they score 5 goals, we'll just score 6. That's the problem. Is when you put all the pressure on the goalie, they're not as good. Take a look. Russ looking for his 500th career point. Gino looking for his 1400th in this one. Also, Crosby trying to pass Yzerman. He's tied with him in points, trying to pass him today. And over to the near side, the Florida Panthers trying to get it back into the offensive end, but the Pens take it back. That's going to be Carlson to the far side, up through center and taken back to the near side. Florida driving the net with a chance, pass across, and not able to connect. So the Pens get a little break and get it out the other way. Up the far side boards, and the Pens are going to take it back into the defensive end near side. All right. Moving it out now is going to be Tanger. Stretch pass, and it's going to be icing. The back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, 7th game. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, Kasperi Kapanen bringing out his baby onto the ice during an optional morning skate for the Oilers. That's great. That's great. So here we go. Working with it, the Penguins back into the near corner out of their own end. And trying to move it up through center, but taking back Florida from the point. Not quite able to connect on a clean shot. And here we go. Over to the far side. Florida moving that puck through center. The Pens taking it back into the offensive end. Driving in. Glue guy getting a little held up. And the puck comes loose to the near side. The Pens keeping it in the zone. Flipping it across and into the neutral zone it goes. Now moving it out through to the offensive end. Here comes Achari again into the corner. Played by Novak. Moving it around. Or Dewar, my bad. Dewar's going to be tied up with a few Panthers. And to the point, working it around. Gerard shot loose in front. Oh, man, delaying just a little bit on the open opportunity. Shot. He scores! Chris!
No, does he? No.
Oh. No, he didn't score. I saw the green light. And that was the end of the period, not a goal. I didn't realize we were that close to the end of the period. I just saw the light go on behind the net. I'm like, oh, that was a goal. That's the only reason the light would come on.
First of all, you don't know the thing about goalies saving it.
Oh my gosh.
And now you don't even know what a goal is.
Oh man. Let's see. Penguins, I think Penguins keep bailing, boys. I think I see land. Every time you think one is playing well, then they will have both have bad games. Like this team is only one. They can't have a game where they let in 1 or 2. It has to be 5 every time. And the problem is that they let up those goals because they don't play defense. You know, the thing is that the defensive philosophy is non-existent. The defensive philosophy is just score more goals than your opponent. That is the defensive philosophy at times. There have been a few games. The first game against Colorado, they played a very sound defense. But when they're not playing a sound defense, you're putting all the pressure on the goalies, and those goalies are average run-of-the-mill goalies. That's the thing. Neither of them are particularly shut down or great. And Colorado gonna win 2-0 at the end of the third. A 2-goal third period there. What are your thoughts after one so far, Dad?
I'm glad the other teams lost today earlier.
No, Columbus still has to play.
Yeah, but they play the...
Still has a good little goalie, Sorokin. The thing is, I would say the goalies that the Pens have are middle of the road. They're not bad. They're not going to put the team on their back and win the game when the team doesn't play. You know what I mean? You can't rely on Artur Shilovs to say, hey, nobody's playing defense. I'm just going to stop this game myself. Because he's not like that. That's the same with Stuart Skinner. So because of that, the Penguins just need to play defense. And when they don't play defense, they struggle. I mean, that's how it really is. I live in Vancouver. He didn't flex in the playoffs. He had his chance. Same with Stu. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they both need defenses, you know? In Vancouver, you had Quinn Hughes. So you don't have Quinn Hughes here. He got an Erik Karlsson, who's great offensive weapon, but not the greatest defensive player all the time. So, oh man. Wait a minute, the Angels botched the opening day flyover? Oh no. Oh no. And a Letang, who is good for a turnover or two a game. Like, that's the thing, is that Tanger, in his prime, Tanger was amazing. Nowadays, Tanger, I'm not opposed to him coming back, but it's not like the Penguins are losing a big thing if he retires after this year. You know what I mean?
He's not going to retire until Sid and Malkin retire.
Oh, I know. But
because with Sid and Malkin still there, they have an opportunity to get a last championship or at least a run.
Yeah, absolutely. But the only thing is, that's my tough thing, is that looking at it, oh my gosh, they really did. They really did. Oh man. Much for a player if he stays and retires. I mean, the thing is that Tanger is great in moments. In his prime, he was phenomenal. But now, the injuries, the concussions, the strokes, they're catching up to him. I mean, like I said, I know this was back in November, but the play I always remember this year. Tanger, in front of his own goalie. In front of his own goalie. Right in front of him. Doesn't look back. Doesn't know what's behind him, but he passes it behind him. Passes it right to, I can't remember who it was, but one of the Devils players. And, I mean, at that point, the goalie's dead. You got a player coming in with speed, taking a pass, when you're not expecting your teammate to give it up that easily. You know what I mean?
Glue guy.
They're interviewing Glue Guy. He is incredibly big. I mean, like, you don't know how big he is until you actually see how big he is. And we had that when we were at the Penn Stars game. He is huge. Drafted and played a career as a Penguin. Exactly. So don't get me wrong. He still is a Mount Rushmore player. But right now, he is kind of... That's a sack fly. Okay. But as of right now, he's just kind of... He's a formidable player. But also with the errors... Oh, the cone. You saw the cone. But yeah, even with the errors, though, it is costly errors when he has them. So that's kind of where my thing sits. But yeah. Oh, man. Let's just go ahead and see here. See if we got any news on X. Let's take a look around the rest of the league. No score in Bruins Lightning at the end of one. That Rushmore qualification. That's my Rushmore qualification right there. Drafted and complete. Yeah, exactly. One team. Absolutely. That is definitely a Rushmore moment, or like a Rushmore qualification. But I just think that right now, if he retired tomorrow, well, not tomorrow. The Pens would have a massive hole if he retired tomorrow. But if he retired at the end of the season and the Pens were able to address that need, I don't think the Pens would lose a step, personally. I like Tanger, don't get me wrong, but there are those moments of what in the world do you think you're doing? And those moments cost the Penguins. Boston Tampa, huge game, absolutely. Oh, yeah, 87 is Crosby, not 88. Oh, man. But yeah, so that's kind of where my thoughts lie on that. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let's take a look over. Yeah.
Here comes their bad period. Depends. Second period is always their bad period.
Let's give it time. Oh, man. Let me see. You're just taking a look as we have some time here. Okay. Yeah, come on, Dad. I agree with Cheryl. Come on, Dad. Okay.
So with those losses today,
Yes.
how does that deal with the Penguins at all? Does that help them?
Well, it makes it easier, but if the Pens lose today, we're kind of back to square one. Don't think they will, but if they do,
You don't think they will?
yeah.
Think they'll tie?
You can't tie.
No, in regulation.
Oh. I don't know. Friends of Tiger Woods. Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. But yeah, we shall see here. We're getting close to the second period of action. Pesky Penguins, driven by nature to drive to the sea. I'm with him. They missed the playoffs the last 4 or 3 years. Oh, that has killed any good feeling you could really have. Even when the Penguins were doing well, he was negative. He has been negative for years. What? Are you intrigued by the baseball shoes?
What is he tacking it on with?
Packs.
Packs?
Packs.
Wow.
Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. Oh, man. Let's see here. As soon as they look good for a game or two and they have like 3 or 4 stinkers, to a point. To a point. This team lives and dies by the type of defense they play. The goal scoring is not as big of an issue. There are some games where they get stifled, but any team's going to have that. But at the same time, I just think that the Penguins, you know, are a solid team when they play good defense. So, oh, man. So, we'll see here. Just trying to take a look, see if we got any other kinds of news out there as we are rolling our way through this intermission. Okay. So, we'll see. Second period will be a big period, though. Whoever can win the second period, I think really has a good shot at just pulling the game. But it all comes down to winning the second period and being strong. Bro, that is an awesome fit by Stu. Look at that fit. That is an awesome fit for Stu.
Pants are too high. Flooded.
Oh, man. But we'll see here. Jay Caulfield talking through his thoughts and where they sit.
So what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think right now the Penguins at the beginning of the game were really good at generating zone presence and generating pressure. They kind of fell off that. Towards the end of that period, and they gave a lot of chances up for Florida to essentially create a presence. So that's kind of where my thought is on that. Okay. But yeah, we shall see here. Go back to when the Pens were unstoppable. That was a while ago. Back against Nashville. Oh, the old Matt Murray. Back when he was a Penguin starter. Way back when. Oh my gosh. But we'll see here. Okay. NHL scores. NHL. Where are you? NHL. Oh, no. Come on, NH. No, I can't type. Son of a gun. Have players that shine for sure. Oh, absolutely. We still got about another 2 minutes or so until we get to the second period. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So, let's see. Let us see. Man. Yeah, let's take a look on X here because we only got one other game. A lot of other games going on tonight. This is a big, big night for hockey. So, man. So, we'll see. We will see. Man. Okay.
How am I coming through?
Oh, on the stream, you're good.
Okay, because I moved this down here.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I have a live feed here, so. Oh, boy. So, yeah, we are ready to rumble here. Second period will be underway here momentarily. Okay.
Do you think the Islanders and Columbus Blue Jackets are going to snap their losing streaks tonight?
I don't know. Well, the Islanders, I don't think, play tonight.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They played. Oh, yeah, no, they played 2 days ago. Yeah. The Canes. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a good one, though.
What's your gut say?
I mean, I think the Isles are going to get a point off of Carolina, but Carolina knows what's at stake. And they're not going to know the result of this game by the time they go out. Because this game can clinch Carolina the division, but only if the Pens lose in regulation. I believe it is. Or no, it's any loss of any kind, yes. Because Pittsburgh can still catch them in regulation wins. So any loss of any kind clinches the division for Carolina. Whereas Carolina needs to win if Pittsburgh wins, and they will clinch the division. So I think Carolina does get the win. Columbus, I think they'll snap it. It's against the Jets. So, but that was the goal right there.
Yeah.
Right over the head. And then this is just another incredible goal. Or incredible goal opportunity for the Penguins. So we'll see. Second period of action, getting ready to get underway. And it's not the Pens haven't had chances. They have just been not converting on said chances. And of course, Florida playing dirty. A little cross check on Saudi after the play. One point in the first period that we didn't catch. Man, combined 3 shots, 2 hits, a goal, and an assist by the Penguins' fourth line tonight. That is kind of crazy. But we are ready to roll here. Second period of play, getting ready to get underway. Bobrovsky in the crease, ready to go. Florida going to go from right to left. The Penguins from left to right. Glue guy has smelling things to make him better as well. So it's very fitting that his name is Glue Guy. It ain't glue, but he's sniffing. Oh, boys. So here we go. Ready to rumble. Center ice draw. Pens, Panthers. And here we go. Face-off won by Florida. Florida going from left to right. Pens right to left. A chance in front. What a nice use of the body there by, who was that? Was that Rusty Razor? Up on into the offensive end behind the net of Bobrovsky. Played to the near side. Seth Jones along the boards. Through center they go. Into the offensive end to the far side. Driving the net. Nice save. And actually Stu gets taken out there. Trying to readjust his mask. No whistle. Wasn't sure if they'd call a whistle because of the mask adjustment needed, but over to the far side, the Pens in the offensive end, down behind the net to the near side to Sid the Kid Crosby, and kept into the zone by Wotherspoon. Along the boards, down low, over to the near side, Rusty Razor, shot denied by Bobrovsky. Over to the near side.
Easy save.
Yeah. But the Pens going to take it back near side, in through the neutral zone, Gino. Down low with the puck, cycling the net, passing to the point, shot denied. Near side chance, taking it down Gerard to the point, over to Gino. Gino trying to flip it through, and it goes wide to the far side. Tommy Novak from the point, sends it towards the net, goes wide left. That's going to be Tanger, wing to the far side. To Evgeny Malkin to the near side, working with Gerard. From the point, driving to the far side, backing across near side, Tanger. Working with that puck up to the point near side, driving in, centering, and trying to punch it through. Puck going wide into the corner. No net hit, so it stays live. Gerard to the near side, shot in front, and finally gloved by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky's finally like, thankfully that's over.
Yeah, he was all on in front.
Oh, I know. Well, that was just an incredible series by the Penguins. That was the series that this team needed. About, 10 or about 5 chances, 6 chances on net in a quick succession. Yeah, they didn't get a goal, but like they pushed and they pressed Bobrovsky.
That was almost a goal right there.
Yeah. Nice job. It was actually Crosby giving himself up on that. It was actually almost an own goal when you think about it. We actually saw one of those earlier today, or partially. A rebound got kicked in by Montemapalo for the Senators. And a chance. Scores!
Hey, Jason.
Justin Brazeau!
You see the red light that goes on? That says goal. Green says end of period. Just want to let you know.
Believe!
Figure out the goals! Figure out the goal!
Believe! 3 leave! Man,
actually, he didn't even touch it. I don't think he touched it.
I think it's Manta all the way.
Yeah, no, it's not Brazil. It's going to be Anthony Mantha on the goal. It was redirected. Actually, the goal goes to Gustav Forsling.
Number 42.
The goal goes to Gustav Forsling, but they're not going to say Forsling got the goal on his own goalie, because then you could just easily crank out goals if you only cared about your own stats. Just shoot it past your own goalie. You'll lose a lot of games, but your goals will be through the roof.
Now they got to get the next one to get a 2-goal lead. That was.
I don't know. A 2-goal lead's the most dangerous lead in hockey. But man, a beautiful play there. They're showing Brazil, but it never touched his stick. So here we go. Center ice draw.
It didn't seem like that.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Getting into it a little bit. Brazil getting into it a bit there, I believe, with Forsling.
Take a look on the...
See who they get.
Over to the far side. If they give that goal to Brazil, Mantha got gypped. But working with it down low. Working it along the boards, Kindle. Sending it low behind the net, near side, Shea. Sending it down behind the net. And the puck comes loose to the top of the zone. Kept in. Driving the net. Here comes Connor Clifton. Passing. Not able to get a passing shot. Over to the top of the zone. And sent down. Working it around. Cheryl, you might be a little bit behind. Along the top of the zone. That's Shea. Going to the point. Working around the far side. Passing it around. Near side, Clifton. Clifton sending it down to the far side along the boards. Back down further behind the net now. Working with it is going to be Brazeau, trying to send it around the far side. And now back up to the point. The Penguins having zone time almost 3-1 over Florida in this game. 650 to 228. As Florida going to move it out the other way. Up through center, taken back by the Penguins. Into the offensive end comes Rusty Razor, but he can't control it. Into the corner, moving it out the near side, and cleared up by the Panthers. Chasing it down now behind the net to the near side is Parker Wotherspoon. Okay, yeah, it is Mantha. They did credit it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Mantha's 31st goal of the year, and that was a big tackle. Apparently, you could tackle someone into the corner, and it's going to be a Florida icing. So now they're going to show Anthony Mantha because they showed Justin Brazeau accidentally. Now we're going to get all the Mantha close-ups. By the way, top of the 7th, still 2-1 in the Pirates game. Orioles lead. Let's take a look here at the box score for Connor Griffin. Griffin. How you doing, buddy? Griffin, 2 at-bats, no hits. No hits yet for Griffin. But we'll see. Wait, Pete Alonso? He's with the Orioles? Since when? And why is Pete Alonso signed with them? Barco's still pitching. But here we go. 14 shots on goal for the Penguins, 7 for the Panthers. 16-13 to go in this second period. Pens holding on to a 3-2 lead. Offensive zone draw to the left of Bobrovsky. Won by the Panthers. And trying to keep it in the zone is the Penguins, but the puck does get cleared. Wotherspoon to the near side, dumping it into the offensive end behind Bobrovsky. Working it around the far side, top of the zone, kept in, over to Wotherspoon, shot, and not going to go by Bobrovsky. Over to the far side is Matthew Tkachuk. Through center, and it's actually Schwindt, my bad, I thought that was Tkachuk, but the 7 looked like a 1. But either way, Florida going to be offside. Oh, man. But yeah, we shall see here. Okay.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh, I know.
To the 5-hole.
Yeah. Okay. So, face-off won by the Pens in the neutral zone to the near side, moving it up. Dumped into the offensive end behind Sergeant Bob, along the boards. Tied up for that puck down low off of the stick of Bennett, and we got a whistle. Is it puck out of play, or is that a penalty? It might be a penalty on Florida. Donovan Sabrango getting the escort And yeah, the Florida coach not too happy there. It's got to be 2 minutes interference.
Interference?
Right here, Sabrango interfered with Dewar. Yeah. Dewar was trying to get to the puck, and Sabrango broke him up on it. He wasn't playing the puck, he was playing the Dewar. When you play the Dewar and not the puck, that's interference. When the Dewar is trying to get to the puck. So the Penguins are going to be on the power play. The Powerball power play. Last time they were on the power play, they converted. So we'll see. Can they go 2 for 2 on the night? And here we go. Ref looking at something on the ice.
Yeah, well, Crosby pointed out something over there.
Yeah. So, face-off going to be won by the Panthers, forcing to the far side. Top of the zone gets cleared all the way out. Behind the net of Artie Party. It's an Artie Party on 5th Ave tonight as Carlson moving it up through the neutral zone. Passing back to Gino. To the offensive end near side, Rusty Razor to the point, Carlson. Passing down and broken up. Oh no, that's the thing. This Penguins power play is a double-edged sword. They have given up among the most shorthanded goals by a power play unit in the NHL. But they also have been decently effective on it. So over to the far side, top of the zone, Carlson, centering pass comes to Rusty Razor. Back to the Razor to the point, Carlson. Working with it to the far side. And that's Gino sending it down low. Passing to Rusty Razor. Gonna connect a late connect off the boards. Up to the top of the zone, Carlson with a shot loose in front of the net. Kept in by Carlson with a shot. Denied to the far side, top of the zone, Gino Carlson. Slap shot goes wide. Rebound chance. What an effort by Bobrovsky. Not really needed though because the puck went wide of the net. Carlson driving and passing to the near side. Can't quite fully connect with Rusty Razor. Broken up by the Panthers. To the near side, 40 seconds to go in the power play, 14-14 in the period. Carlson from the point, driving in, shot, he scores! That goal gonna be the Mad White Russian, Evgeny Malkin! White Russians for everyone in attendance! That is his 1400th career NHL point.
Now, wait a minute. What?
I'm trying to look to see what they should do. Is they should give the puck back to the
Well, they're gonna save the puck. The Mad Russian, just like Ovi's puck. I mean, Bennington tried to hide it, but the ref's like, "Come on, bud, you have it." But that is gonna be point number 1400 for Evgeny Malkin. Getting it here in the Berg in front of his home fans.
4-2. They needed to be 4-2. Now they need to finish up this period with a couple goal lead.
So here we go. Florida working with it. Boqvist back across in front. Over to the far side, driving down. And a shot by Boqvist. This is the dangerous time for Artur Shilovs because the Penguins have been so dominant in the offensive end, you kind of fall out of warmed up. You know what I mean?
Well, the issue that the Penguins have to guard against here is this: they are so dominant, like you said, in the offensive zone. Sometimes they then start to try to make passes that they shouldn't make, thinking that they can do it.
Yeah, but also the problem is that when the goalie is sitting there idle, not facing shots for half a period.
See, they're starting to.
Well, there was nowhere to go there. As Florida driving it down near side, shot. What a save by Shilovs to the far side, and it goes. What a save. What's good, KCD? How you doing, bro? Top of the zone, shot and goes wide of Artie Party. Along the boards, down low to the top of the zone. Florida chasing it down in the neutral zone. But yeah, the problem is that when goalies don't face shots,
more crisp passes. They have not really made. Their passing is not that good this game. Even though they got goals, their passing is not that good. They're not.
Yes,
not
and I'll give you that. But the big thing that the Penguins need to watch out for is because they have spent so much time in the offensive end. Florida only has 7 shots, only like halfway through this game. That is very low. your goalie is not facing the shot volume. And there's people that'll tell you that. When you don't face the shot volume and then all of a sudden you get 3 shots in a row, you're going to be a lot more likely to give it up because you're not in your game stance, because you're not as active in going and making those incredible saves. You know what I mean? Like, I want teams facing the Penguins to get about 20 shots a game. You know what I mean? If they can go a whole game and hold them to 10 or 15, amazing. But I want other teams to get about 20 shots.
I'd much rather have all their games where the other team only has 10 chances.
Yes,
that
but
minimizes the goals.
But those 10 chances, your goalie's going to be more likely to give them up later on because he's not facing shots in the game.
If they only do 10 chances for the full game, they're not going to score on every one of them. So,
yeah, but each one is going to have a higher chance in theory to convert.
Yeah, but if they don't convert it all,
I would rather
then you're less than you.
I would rather face 10 shots, or I would rather face 20 shots with a 10% chance of scoring than 10 shots with a 30% chance of scoring. Simple math. But it doesn't always work out.
But if you guarantee that you only get 10 shots for the entire game, then that's only 3 goals that you let up.
But the 10% on 20 shots is only 2 goals. Is what I'm saying. When the goalie is warm and in the groove, it's much easier to make those saves. When the goalie goes cold because he's not facing a shot, that next shot is highly dangerous. Highly dangerous. You know what I mean? I want my goalie taking shots in games so that he's ready when the moment comes. And let's say there's a breakaway opportunity. All of a sudden, if he hasn't faced a shot, that's a good night. That's a death sentence for the goalie. That's my philosophy on that. But over to the far side, along the boards to the near side, Shea dumping it into the offensive end. Back over to the far side. I'm just saying I would like to see Florida closer to 10 shots on goal by now. And up into the offensive end to the near side. Sent down low, back into the neutral zone. Taken by the Panthers into the far side. Driving it down off of the stick of Reinhardt. Taking it low and ripped away. Nice defensive play by the Penguins. Here's a breakaway chance. What do you do with a rusty? Never mind. And the Pens go to the far side to the top of the zone. Carlson sends it behind the net to the near side. And let's see. To be honest, every time the other team shoots more than 20 times with the Pens, they are most of the time 5 goals. Yes, to a point. But also, when a goalie goes cold, it makes it a lot more difficult for the goalie to continually make great saves.
But I would say the other thing is that if you're only facing 10, or is it because they're not shooting, or are you having a very good defense? And your defense is blocking the shot
and if
causing that.
And if that's the case, I'm fine with it. But we haven't seen that as much today. We have seen the Penguins take much more time in the offensive end. You know what I mean? To the near side, Novak redirect, he's gone! Everybody gets a white Russian today! It's Evgeny Malkin!
Yeah. Now, are you happy now that you got 3-goal lead? Or do you want a 4-goal lead?
Honestly, with this team, I want a 10-goal lead.
I don't think you can get that.
I don't care. I want a 10-goal lead with this team.
They gotta save some goals for tomorrow, don't they?
Yeah, but they've blown 5- and 6-goal leads before. Oh, man. Skinner already have not had many games. They've had like 28, 29, or 25, 27 saves.
Here's a question. Oh! Okay, that's good. That's almost a no-goal.
Goalie interference?
No.
What?
I think it went off of him. Malkin, not the stick, but off of him into the net.
No, it can go off of you as long as...
But what I'm saying is that if you can't direct it in, and if he directed it in off of him.
If you make a kicking motion, then yes. But if it bounces off your body and into the net, it redirects off your body into the net, that's still a goal.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that if your body directs it in, I'm just saying that it was all because it wasn't the stick. It was off of his body.
If the body directs it in, it's still a goal.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that.
So why are you saying it's not a goal if it directs it off the body?
What I'm saying is that it was almost that if it would have directed it in, they could have maybe challenged it.
Yeah, but it still would have been a goal. The Pens would have got I would have wanted them to challenge that. The Pens would have got a free power play. But here we go to the near side, down into the corner. That's AJ Greer on the puck for Florida to the far side. Back across to the near, up through center they go. And taken back by Tanger. As the Panthers not even had a shot on goal this period. That is true. That is true. And I'm fine with the goalie facing 10 shots in the game if your team is...
They got a whiff.
But yeah, I mean, if your team is blocking shots so your goalie has to actively be in the ready-to-save mode, then yeah, I'm fine with only 10 shots in the game. But in a game like this, where the Penguins are in the offensive zone time more than Florida at like a 3-to-1 ratio, almost a 4-to-1, he scores! Glue guy!
Now, do you take Bobby Boy out?
Sergeant Bob is the sergeant of the plush army. That's all he's responsible for.
Do you take him out?
Yes. Yes, of course. Uh-oh.
Was that Rusty? No, that was...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Doer.
Let's see. Can I... Okay, so we have a problem. My ears are not working for whatever reason. It is recognizing it as disconnected. So I need to turn off all of these monitors and be able to somehow make it work like this. And it's going to be Daniil Tarasov going into the game for Sergeant Bob.
Ask the people, are they able to hear us?
Oh, I know they can. Now I'm unmuting and now they can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
I feel a little bit better now. Going into the third, if they could just hold off here and play some good defense.
Let's see.
Keep the pressure going.
I'm trying to fix my ears as well. But over to the near side, along the boards, top of the zone, Seth Jones wing to the far side. 11 shots on goal this period, and maybe one for Florida just now. 11 for the Penguins. What's good, main bub? Let's go, Pens. LGP, let's go.
You know what I was thinking about? I was watching you last night.
Yeah?
And, or this morning.
Yeah?
We were eating. Because I was watching your live stream a little bit there. And I'm wondering if you should, because I remember I said at 900 I would call a period.
Put it on the stream?
I'm wondering if you should, whenever it gets close, do like a countdown.
I don't know about a countdown, but I could definitely put like a little bit of text up here that says, at X subs. Okay, so now it can recognize. So now let me go into my settings and think I have it fixed. Yes, sir, it was Glue Guy.
Elmer Fudd Glue Guy.
Let's see, open sound settings, output and devices. Okay, so now, in theory, properties, if I monitor and output, there we go. Now I got my ears back. As I just mute Dad instead of properties, monitor and output. Now if you speak, Dad.
Hello?
I can hear you in my ears. Awesome. I can hear myself in my ears.
Hello.
Do you mind? Do you mind?
I don't think it's fake.
Oh my gosh. Boss is up on Sam. Ooh boy.
What's going on in the NHL?
Boston up 1-0. It's going to be Middlestat getting the goal. Bro, why is it like
action on who?
Lightning?
Boston?
Boston is
Going out to Boston Yard.
Yeah, Boston's up 1-0 on Lightning.
Yeah, going out to Boston Yard.
That doesn't have any effect really on the Penguins.
On the Steelers? Boy, certainly it doesn't.
No, I said the Penguins.
I heard you say on the Penguins. You were about to say Steelers.
So,
let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Dad was going to say the Steelers? I think he was. I think he was about to say the Steelers.
From the person that doesn't know what a red light and green light is in hockey.
Okay, you got a point there. So into the offensive end. First shot on Tarasov. Oh, we can't get a first shot goal. But over to the near side, down low to the far. Taken back by the Panthers. That's Reinhardt down low, tied up for that puck. Then it comes loose to the near side.
I'm okay with this ending 6-2 in the second period. I'm okay with that.
The more you humiliate Florida today, the more you're going to want to humiliate them tomorrow, or the more they're going to humiliate you tomorrow. Because they play again tomorrow in Pittsburgh in the same building.
I understand that, but if you get two here...
Although, this is a good thing. Really good thing. You know why?
Because your magic number goes down.
I don't care about no stinking magic numbers. I use point potentials to know.
Your point potentials go down for the other team.
Florida doesn't matter. Florida's point potential goes down. But I don't, the big reason that this is big is you got Daniil Tarasov playing half the game today. Bobrovsky played half the game today. You're gonna face one of those two tomorrow, and they ain't gonna be fully rested. Because they just would have played half a game today.
Bobrovsky will be the one.
I don't know. A chance for the Panthers to the near side, and gonna go back to the top of the zone. A shot from the point, gonna go wide to the far side. And the Penguins trying to move it out, but it goes down low behind the net to the near side. Flipping it out high and mighty. And into the offensive end, the Pens gonna send it, driving it down Raquel to the near side. Sends it behind to the far side, over to Novak. And it's loose in front. Pens get a shot by Gino. He wants the trick, but denied.
That was a neat move on 67.
Raquel.
Did you see that? Watch his neat move.
Oh yeah, that power play is like long dead. Man,
watch this.
Yeah,
he jumped. Get away from it.
Wow. Well, that would have been escape plate if he didn't jump. So
yeah.
But here we go, ready to rumble. 7:59 to go here in period number 2. Face off in the offensive end for the Pens, won by the Panthers. Up through center they go, into the neutral zone. Tanger taking it back to the defensive end, near side to Gerard. And we got a whistle.
Shoot.
What?
Hot, jump, and score.
Oh, man. But yeah, that is where we roll. That is where we roll.
I mean, this is... We can get two...
I mean, you were thinking that we lose one of these
home, back to back.
One of the two. They still haven't won tomorrow.
I know, but what I'm saying is that if they win today, then they're basically
where you want them.
I want them 3. I want them at least 3. 3 to 4. But a shot from the point, denied in front, taken to the far side. And moving it up through center. Taken back into the defensive end, but it's going to be the Pens back into the neutral zone. So keep an eye, because Florida can play dirty if they want. So, hell yeah, Elmer was an absolute steal. As the Pens are working to the near side, flipping it out. The Pens already had 5 unanswered goals today. Are they going to beat their 7 they had against the Islanders? Only time will tell. Moving it up now through the far side into the offensive end. Behind the net, near side, Raquel with the puck. Down low, looking for some help. Trying to send it far side. Chance shot! Still pounding the net! Keep pounding! Keep pounding! And they're going to send it again, but taken back by the Panthers. Wouldn't that have been funny? Using the keep pounding against another Panthers team. Over to the near side, into the corner, behind the net to the far side, sent in front, Boquist shot, not going to go, still loose in front, and out to the far side boards.
You know what this also does?
What?
Even though you say, they won't, no, it also makes Carolina have to play and win tonight.
Yes, but also Carolina's, I don't know how much they're going to know going into this, but...
Well, they eventually know.
They'll eventually, they will eventually find out, but...
In the first period.
Yeah, but they're going to go ham in that first period. Man, want both wins to put screws on the Islanders and Blue Jackets? Absolutely, but my thought is if you're going to pace to 10 points in April, you need 3 points this weekend, minimum. 3 this weekend, 2 on Thursday, 3 next weekend, 2 on Tuesday. That's how you get to your 10 points in April. Over to the near side, though, the Pens giving chase, and it's going to be Reinhardt down low behind the net of Shelovs. Towards the near side, top of the zone, working wing to the far side and sending it towards Skinner, not able to connect. Over to the near side, Skinner having faced 4 shots this period now, as the Pens try to take it to the offensive end, but kicked back up into the offensive end there, working with it off of the stick into the far corner. Along the boards, driving the net, shot kicked away and poked away by Shelovs. Back in behind the net, and a bit of extracurricular there right in front of the net. We got to fight Connor Clifton going in. Oh, ham. That's going to be off of Coonan, whose both helmets are off, and Coonan slams down Connor Clifton. Honestly, I think you could get potentially an instigator on that, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, they just do 2-2 or 5-5.
But they could potentially go instigator if they wanted to. But Clifton heading down the tunnel. So that's kind of where I sit. Let's see.
Fighting.
Yep. I just wanted to see if they had an instigator because there was a little bit. Clifton had that shot on Coonan, and then they kind of right there, that body shot, and then Coonan wasn't even involved on that body shot on Reinhardt, and he came in. I know you stick up for your guy, but the way he kind of came in, just started pushing and pushing at Clifton before Clifton even did anything. You know what I mean? But yeah. Man, what was the main reason why we lost to the Lightning when we were winning that game 2-0 before the Lightning started scoring? It was turnovers and bad defense, outman, breaks goaltending. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. So that's Florida. Yep. But it was a weak case for an instigator. That's just the Pens fan in me saying, "Oh wait, maybe they can get an instigator." But it was a weak case because it was just a little bit of pushing and shoving. But
like that trip. That wasn't a trip?
That was because I legitimately thought the stick got in there.
Yeah, I know.
Because the stick was like right where Rust was going down. So, but let me go ahead and take a look. I want to do something here real quick. We're going to get a lot of transitions in a quick time. We're going to get 2 transitions real quick. Because I want to... Oh, there we go. Okay. So, I'm going to do this. We're going to add this. And let me just see. I'm going to call this at 900 subs. Dad calls a full period of NHL action. No, we got to go calls a full period of NHL action. Oh, okay. Nope, that's not what we need. We put the full back up. And we go here. of NHL action. There we go. Okay. We just go ahead and coordinate this size-wise.
Oh, he lost his helmet.
Both of them lost their helmets.
No!
Oh, she lost. There we go. And then I just got to move the alert box. And we'll put that right over Dad's face.
Sure, go ahead.
That way when someone subscribes, you cover Dad's face. Oh, man. There we go. Is Lightning that good, or was it just... I mean, the Lightning are a good team. They are fighting for that top spot in the Atlantic Division in a tight race with Buffalo. So I don't fault the Penguins on that one too much. They had two great games that they won by a combined score of 13-4. So I don't fault them for having a rough night. Over to the near side. What an effort by Sheelovs and using the body by the Pens defense. Moving it up now into the offensive end. But Florida takes it right back out the other way.
I would have loved them to at least gotten a point there, but...
Yep, Chinikov shot denied on the breakaway. And over to the far side along the boards, Rusty Razor trying to take that puck away. And it's going to come loose to the top of the zone, working it around from the point, driving to the far side. Shot by Tanger goes wide. And in front of the net, trying to drive it in, Chinikov! Not able to go. We got a penalty. I couldn't tell who it was on. Is it on Pittsburgh or Florida? Because Pittsburgh and Florida both touched it right as the whistle was going. Let's see. Oh, was that a slashing? Maybe? That might have been... I think I was slashing on Florida, on Lusterinen. Because watch, you'll see. Not in here, but on that play. It was a bit of a slash. Let's see. Okay. They need to win versus good teams, though, if they want to make a deep run. They do, but at the same time, the teams they beat, Detroit, while they do look flat, and in hindsight today, it looks pretty bad saying, oh, well, they beat Detroit. But, you know, Detroit has been pretty up and down. They beat the Isles in that stretch as well. And that was right after getting shafted by Dallas without Gino. So there are, you know, I still have faith that this team can win against those good teams. And a chance in front to the point, that's going to be off the stick of Tanger. Passing to the near side, Chinikov. And he shoots deflected off a body. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that the Penn Stars game, if the refs actually called penalties against Dallas, that's a different game. You know what I mean? Maybe. It maybe is a different game. But it was 4-3 before the goalie started getting pulled. And we got a whistle. Pointing to center ice. Or far side circle. One of the two. Kindle getting some work done over there on the bench.
Gate, maybe.
No. Knee. Right knee. Yeah, he was hobbling. But yeah, and then they turn around and whoop the Islanders. They pretty much manhandled Detroit. So I do think this team can make a run. And over to the far side, up through center, Gino flips it into the offensive end, taken back by the Panthers. And over to the near side.
Effective power play at this point.
Oh, I didn't even realize they had the power. Yeah, I forgot they had the power play. Oopsies. So here we go. Driving to the far side. Into the corner. Towards the near side. Rusty Razor. Top of the zone. Carlson back down low to Raquel. Over to Crosby. Back up to the top of the zone. Sent down by Gino to Raquel. Shot. Loose over to the near side. Rusty Razor recovers it. Top of the zone. Over to Carlson. Centering pass to the point. That's going to be Gino driving. Passing to the far side. Nobody home. Along the boards. Top of the zone from the point. Carlson to the far side. Down low. Oh, man. Him and Carolina, the two teams don't feel...
52!
52. The Pens don't have a 52.
What was it? It looked like
50 or 67. Ricard Raquel.
67.
That's 67, not 52, Dad. Man. Let me just take a look at that here. I didn't actually watch the goal because I was trying to see what Game of Crazy said. Oh, that was a beauty. That was a beauty. That is 6 unanswered goals now by the Penguins. Let's get 7. Stairway to 7, baby. It's the stairway to 7. Oh, you thought I meant 7 straight playoff or 7 Super Bowls? No, I meant 7 straight unanswered goals. Oh, man. Tampa and Carolina, the 2 teams don't feel good about this team playing. And, well, those 2 are in our way for the Cup. They are. But at the same time, the Penguins have played Tampa, apart from the most recent game, they've played Tampa close all season. So I think as this team finds their... He scores! He scores! Ryan Shea! Or was that Brazeau? 7 straight unanswered goals, baby! See, I told you 10-goal lead. It's an arty party tonight!
It's not 7.
7 straight unanswered.
Because it was 2-2.
It was 2-1, then 2-2, I thought.
It was 2-2 at the.
Yes, but I think it was 2-1 before it was 2-2. I think didn't Florida have the lead or no? They didn't.
They didn't. They came back.
Okay, so that's 6. Stairway to 7's coming up next. Yes, yeah, you're right, Gavin. I was misremembering.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how you get 7 whenever it was 2-2.
Oh man, but yeah. Overall, though, I still feel like, with Carolina, the Pens have played them close. They went to overtime 3 times this year. And, same thing with Tampa. They played Tampa very well. Very well this year. Apart from that last game. No, it was off of Brazeau.
No, it was off.
Man. But yeah, it was 2-1. But it was 2-1 Pittsburgh. So Florida made it 2-2, and then Pittsburgh went on this run. So here we go to the near side, top of the zone.
I think it was Brazeau.
And gonna be back down low behind the net to the far side. Florida taking it down low, trying to find a goal. Can the Pens get another 7 unanswered goals in a row? Well, here we go. Coming up the other way. Here's your chance. Tommy Novak doing a little spin move, passing back far side. Gerard shot loose in front over to the far corner. Gerard back down low again and taken out by the Panthers. 6 goals second. I know, that is crazy. With 1 minute to go here in the second period as well. Up through center, Tommy Novak over to Anthony Mantha. Over to the far corner. Going to be taken there by Boqvist. Moving it up through center. The Pens taking it back. Oh, yeah, Pens have been putting in the effort. Absolutely. So to the near side, into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Daniil Tarasov. Into the corner, taken back by the Pens. 35 seconds to go. Far side shot denied. Over to the near side. A chance, a shot again. Not going to go along the boards. And that puck is going to get cleared out of play. And that's going to be a penalty. I think he made a point. The ref made a point. Or was it to a face-off circle? It could have been to a face-off. I thought it went out of bounds on a Florida player, but oh well. Now the question is, do you swap back to Bob?
No.
Hear me out on this. You're almost assuredly not coming back in this game. If you're going to ride Daniil Tarasov tomorrow, do you really want him playing a full half game today? That's my thought process. Yeah, it might get ugly. Yeah, it might be a 10 or 12 goal game against you. But do you put him back in to save Tarasov for tomorrow?
Well, because then what you could do is you could use Bobrovsky tomorrow. Because he's got,
I suppose.
you know.
Oh, we've seen them switch back. I've seen teams switch back before.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, Game of Crazy saying he can't switch again. I would just say, no, you can switch back. You can. But that does take us to the end of the second. 8-2 is the score. The Pittsburgh Mother-loving Penguins in the lead. 26 shots on goal for Pittsburgh, 13 for the Panthers. But yeah, no, you can switch again. You can switch back to your first goalie. Penguins going to save these goals for the next game. I know. But yeah, that's the thing is I think part of me is considering, because if you're going to ride Tarasov tomorrow, you put Bob back in. Because this game is lost. All but lost, I should say. You know what I mean? But if you're going to ride Bob tomorrow, and we're going to learn who's going to be the goalie tomorrow, we're going to learn that in the start of this third period. So, good news in playoffs. If you have 5-on-5 and no shootout, we do have any OT games. Yeah, exactly. Any overtime game is 5-on-5 in the playoffs. The Penguins have struggled at 3-on-3 overtime and shootouts. Cheryl, the only thing I'm saying is that if you let Tarasov finish off this game, both goalies have played half a game today. So whoever's starting tomorrow, you know what I mean, is going to be rolling a little bit more.
Well, I think what you do is you think, who do they prefer? Which goalie do they prefer?
Well, Bob's been having an abysmal year compared to his stats. He's been having his worst statistical season since 2020.
Who do you prefer? Who's your quote number one goalie at that point?
I don't know.
And that's who you ride in tomorrow, and you let the other one finish out this game. If you think that you have a better chance at Bobrovsky and go tomorrow for a win, then you do that.
Yeah. Question for you. By the time this game ends,
is it ready?
It is. They gave me the call earlier today.
Oh, okay. I could go on over. I didn't know.
That's why I asked you if you were gonna, if you would be able to, because they gave me the call.
Yeah. When did they close?
8. That's why I can't really. What? 7. By the time we get out of intermission and play the third period, it's gonna be too late. Otherwise, I'm not getting my laptop till Monday, or my desktop till Monday. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. Dad's gonna be stepping away for a little bit. He might be back after he gets back. But my desktop is ready for pickup today. So the thing is, Geek Squad closes at 8, and they're not open tomorrow because of Easter. So because of that, I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle with this game. Because this game ain't going to end until about, maybe if we're lucky, 10-8. And I can't get there in 10 minutes. So, has Penguins ever given up 6 goals in the game? I think they gave up 5. They have, are you talking in a game or period? Because they have given up 6 in a game. That was the Sharks game. They gave up 6 total. They gave up 5 unanswered, though, against the Sharks. Oh, man. Let's see. We're going to end the poll here because this game is, where it is. We're going to end this poll. We're going to start a new poll in the chat. I want to see what you guys think here. Start a poll. Do the Penguins reach 8 unanswered goals this game? They need 2 unanswered. I'm gonna just put this in parentheses here. They need 2 unanswered to start the third for this. I'm gonna just say they need 2 unanswered for the third. Yes or no? Yes, no, and there's the poll. I want to see what you guys think. Do we think the Pens hit 8 unanswered goals?
Know how? Talking about.
Hold on.
I turned it.
No, so that they can hear you because they can't hear.
You know that you're saying they're saying about Penguins playing like the better teams and that.
Yeah.
What will really determine how good they are is if they can come out in this third period and just basically shut them down on defense and play great defense. And I think that will allow some people to, well, maybe they can, in a tight game against them.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how they do with the third.
Absolutely.
They don't need any more goals. They need to do.
Oh, certainly not. Well, we want to see 8 unanswered goals because that would just be funny. I could one-up my video from last week.
Or you could have a video that says, "Oh my God, look at this. The Penguins are playing defense. Something strange is
I went
happening
free Big
in the
Macs.
world."
Yes, the Penguins need to shut down the Panthers until the last 5 minutes, the Big Mac attack. The Pens get their 7th straight, or their 7th unanswered goal. Then Florida pulls the goalie because no goalie is better than the goalie they have, and they get the 8th unanswered goal. That's how they do it. Oh man, but I'm looking forward to getting my my computer set up again because it finally is fixed. It was a processor issue. I needed to get a new processor. Was the problem for my old computer, my desktop that I use for a lot of video editing stuff. So let's take a look around the rest of the NHL. Let's see, who had the better playoff experience between Shelovs and Skinner as far as wins and how far they got into the playoffs to decide who starts game 1 in the playoffs? I think it's Stu. I think you start Stu. Just given that he, people say, oh, he lost game 7 twice. But at the same time, if it wasn't for Stuart Skinner, they wouldn't have gotten into a game 7 situation to begin with. So I would be tempted to start Stuart Skinner for the playoffs and see what he does. By the way, end of 2, Bruins and Lightning won 1-0 Boston with the lead. And we got some games getting ready to drop puck here momentarily. Canadians at Devils, Sabres at Capitals, Isles at Hurricanes, Jets at Blue Jackets, Mammoth at Canucks, and Maple Leafs at Kings. So a lot of quality games getting ready to get underway here tonight. All right. Although I do think I am going to record a video after this. I want to try those fan reacts videos again. Because that's something that I really enjoyed editing. And I want to try those again. I want to try my hand at them. See what they do. See how we do. Oh, man. Let me see here. Okay. So yeah, we are ready to rumble. Let's see, what's that? Okay. That's what I need. I need to do that, and do that. There we go. Just making sure that's all good. Oh, it's all square. Oh, man. But yeah, let's see. Let us see here. Sergei Murashov has been called up to the Penguins. No, that's not right. That's his parody account. Never mind. Yeah, I thought it was, but no, that's not right. Okay. Ooh, he's about to go on a Zamboni ride. Okay. Let us see here. Let us see. But yeah, we are ready to rumble here. This has been a really good game so far. Oh my gosh. The throwback video to the Rusty's Adventures kayaking on the ice. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, we got some random Finn saying, I'm at this game. I'm satisfied. I wish I could be there, man. I wish I could, but I guarantee you it's going to be a big party on 5th Ave tonight. Dare I say, an arty party on 5th Ave. Man. I actually was just at a game. It's a lot better than the last Saturday game. Trust me, I was at that one. Last Saturday when they played the Stars. The less said, the better. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was rough. That was one that, I made the video, and now the less said about it, the better, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, man. The biggest win I've seen was Penn 7-0 Islanders. Wow. Well, the question is, are we going to see 7 unanswered goals again tonight? Or do we hear 8? We'll see. We will see. But yeah, just right now, just looking back at all the goals this period. The Penguins with 52 shot attempts. Oh my word. 27 shots through 2 periods, 52 shot attempts. Florida only has 26 shot attempts. The Penguins have more shots on goal than Florida does shot attempts. Oh my word. That was a crazy period. That was a freaking mad period, bro. Oh my gosh. I honestly can't believe that. I honestly just can't. This team, man. This team. I love this team. I absolutely love this team. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's take a look at how we're doing over here and over here. All right. Yeah, they're breaking down all those goals, but man, you can't break down all these goals. You don't have time to do that. Oh, man. Somebody is ruining a perfectly good pizza. Oh, man. But here we go. Here we go. Ready to rumble. Oh, man. Today's Pens Panthers game, you see a Murashov jersey? Yes, sir. Phil Kessel, Brooks Orpik, Bud Dupuis. Oh, my gosh. Them some old jerseys. Except for the Murashov, which is awesome. Man. But yeah, we shall see here. Oh, man. Come on, Blue. That was a strike from the comments PR, our press box. Oh, my gosh. I'm predicting at least like 10 from Pittsburgh. You see, I don't think they're going to get that much. Personally, I think we may see 7 unanswered goals. We may see a total of 9. Because there's going to be something that flips. But I think this team is going to sit back and just keep their ears pinned and play defense. This is a great practice exercise for you to practice defense. Take advantage of it. Okay. So yeah. That's kind of where my thought process is on that. I think we're going to see about 9 goals for the Penguins. Okay. But yeah, we shall see here. We will see. Cards have tied the game. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. 2-2, baby. Hoist the cone. Hoist the cone. Hold on. Hoist the cone. I really want to get me a traffic cone, bro. I really want to get me a traffic cone so I can actually hoist the cone with them. Because we got to hoist the cone. Oh, my gosh. Yes, sir. A ground out in the top of the 9th, baby. The Pirates with a chance for a walk-off win. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let's take a look here. Ooh. Oh, do it. Ugh. Okay. But yeah, we will see. Harrison Brennecke reassigned to Wilkes-Barre. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. Although I gotta say, the Random Finn, you're doing the opposite of what I did last week. Last week I was at the game and I was streaming from the game. I was like sitting there, I'm like, yo, we having a good time up in here. There's the ice, bro. Now you're at a game watching the stream. which is chill. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to a good third period. And Harrison Brennecke getting reassigned to the Penguins. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in the AHL. And I am so proud of our Pens. Absolutely. Absolutely. Although I am excited to see what Sergei Murashov can do, bro. Murashov is just, he's a stand-up guy. He's a great guy, bro. He is a great guy. I would love to see him play for the Penguins next year. At times. You know, I think there's definitely some development that needs to happen, but still. Absolutely. Oh, man. But let's see. Let us see. So taking a look here, seeing if we got any news on X, anything newsworthy. I hope Florida's not Florida and come out and take out the frustrations on our Pens. They could tomorrow because they just got they are getting embarrassed today. Like embarrassed. Oh man. Let's see. Let's just take a look here. From 7th most all-time points haver instantly starts mocking everyone. Bro. Oh my gosh. But yeah, let's just see here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's total embarrassment. Total embarrassment. Ooh, boy, some of the trees in bloom, the cherry trees in bloom. Oh my gosh. Third period in 30 seconds. We'll be a little bit behind because Sportsnet Pittsburgh's always a little bit behind, but of course, they're showing us that tonight's picks, the Penguins -6.5 puck line. Brian Rust 1+ third period points and Erik Karlsson 1+ third period points. That going to be a +604 on the same game parlay side of things. But here we go. The third period of action ready to rumble. Take a look at Evgeny Malkin before we do. Okay. So let's see. Ready to roll here. Looking back at some of them incredible goals from this last period of action, man. That was awesome. That was mayhaps one of the best periods of hockey I have watched in a hot minute. Okay. Hope we don't rumble. Well, we'll see. So here we go. Taking a look at players with 1,200 plus PIMs and 1,400 points. And Gino crossed that tonight. 1,263 PIMs, 1,402 points. All right. So third period of action, getting ready to get underway. Were you in 116? It looked like you were. We were sitting in the same section from your video. We were in. Give me 1 second, and I can pull it up real quick. Let me go to PPG Paints Arena seating map because we were around that area, but around the near side, down low. Oh man, over to the near side, top of the zone. Puck gets cleared to the top, maintained by Florida. That's going to be off of Bennett. Oh man. And around the near side, down low. Yeah, we were in 119. We were in section 119, not 116. We were to. It looked like that way in the video because the video, for whatever reason, when I used my facing webcam, it flipped the video, which made it look weird. But we were on the opposite corner, so we were on the side where we were to the goalie's left. So that's where we were. But that, I mean, it still is a nice area down in that end. So here we go. Take a look at most points among active defensemen. Tanger and Carlson, 2 of the top 5. And here we go. Face off in the Pens, offensive end. Tarasov is still out there in net for Florida. And it's going to be the Panthers clearing that puck out of the zone. Chasing it down is going to be Tanger, wing to wing. And it's going to be given back up to Florida. Over to the near side of the offensive end. Looking at Carlson, 4 points tonight. That is his first 4-point game of the season, 11th in his career. 1 goal, 3 assists tonight for Carlson. So moving it out the near side, up through center, here comes Greer into the offensive end on a pass, broken up, and Raquel moving it the other way on a pass, driving the net of getting Malkin shot, loose in front, and Tarasov leaping out. Man. Although I really wish I was at this game tonight because they scored their 6 goals at the end where I always like to sit. The single attack end. That's where they scored all their goals, man. That would have been an awesome thing to go to. Okay. So here we go. Over to the far side, down low. Behind to the near side. The Panthers moving it up. And the Pens get it back into their own end. Working with it now to the near side. Up through the defensive end. Clifton on a stretch pass. Into the offensive end. And it's going to be a no icing. No icing on that play. Over to the far side. Moved by Boqvist. And now here comes a 3-on-2 into the zone. To the far side. Driving into the corner. Along the boards near side. Top of the zone. The Pens get it and move it out the other way. Up through center ice, back to the defensive end. The Penguins just trying to let this clock run, baby, run. That's all we need. And here we go. Official? It's not official yet. Puck Report NHL News is official. The Panthers have been eliminated from playoff contention. Not quite because the game isn't final, but I get what you mean. I had to watch the Panthers doing something dirty since the game is out of hand. Well, we'll see. Up on into the neutral zone, the Pens with possession, flipping it into the offensive end behind Tarasov to the near side. The second period happened, Isledor. That's what happened. The second period. And there goes Crosby around the far side, passing to the point. Trying to drive it to the far side. A shot loose in front and actually going to be gloved by Tarasov. But yeah, the second period happened. A 6 period. A 6-goal period, man. So we'll see. We will see. Okay. Is it something about the second when I went shopping? Yeah. Yeah, a 6-goal second period. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So here we go. Over to the far side, through center. The Panthers trying to move that puck. Comes loose, taken by the Penguins. To the near side. The march to the open ocean, exactly. That is what Florida is doing for these next 17 minutes. They are marching towards their playoff elimination as the Panthers moving it out of their own end on the far side. Through the near side now, through center. And the Pens get it back, kick it out. That's Gino passing up. Over to the far side, the Panthers taking it back now. Driving Gino! He shoots and scores! Evgeny Malkin with the hat trick. The Hats are coming over the glass. He's got a trick. Evgeny Malkin gets the Hattie. Let that Hats take the ice. Evgeny Malkin on the hat trick. Oh, nice breakup of the pass, worked around Tarasov and punched it in. Oh my gosh, a Hattie for Malkin. Oh, a beautiful, dirty move there. A clean but dirty move. He He breaks up the pass, taking the pass from Benning, and flips it right around Tarasov. Man. That is incredible. The Penguins just need one more goal to get 8 unanswered goals. Let's freaking do it. If you guys are excited for the Pens to do that, drop a sub, drop a like. Please, just do that. It helps the channel a whole lot. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of Stanley Cup Playoffs, man. And we'll see if the Penguins can get 8 unanswered goals. This would be a feat I have not seen, personally. Man. Let's see. Teams to score 8 unanswered goals. NHL. Let's see. Oh, man. We got to see this here. Last team to score 8. Nope. No, that's 8 goals in a game. NHL records. Oh, man. 8? Let me see here. Just taking a look at all the hats flying down. So there have been a lot of times where teams have scored 8 unanswered goals. Or most consecutive goals would be your unanswered goals. The most recent of which would be... Give me a second here. The most recent of which would be... Back in the 25-26 season on January 16th, the Carolina Hurricanes scored 8 unanswered against these Florida Panthers. Can this happen to a team twice in one season? Oh my gosh. We could be watching history. Oh my gosh. I don't think a team has ever been... Yeah. No. I don't think a team has ever had... a team score 8 unanswered against them twice in a season. Over to the near side. The Panthers moving it up through center is Verhaeghe. Into the offensive end they go. And it's taken back in front of the net. By the Penguins to the near side. Along the boards. Tied up for that puck now to the far side. Glue guy trying to get there. And trying to move it out. Come on, Penguins, do it. I don't think a team has ever... Man, the Pirates getting the walk-off win. What an awesome way to do it. Man, a double to drive in a run. Let me see here. I'm going back through the records. Has a team in one season, Leafs, Panthers, Jackets in 2011. 2011, no. Okay, 09... That's 07-08. That's Toronto, Carolina, nope. 07 season, nope. 06 season, nope. 04, nope. 03, 02, nope. I'm going through all of these. 01, no. The 1990-2000 season, no. 99, 98, no. I don't think it's ever happened. At least in the modern era. Over to the far side, into the offensive end. Here comes Kindle. Not able to get to the puck. And over to the near side. Oh, no. Brazeau is hurt. Brazeau is a hurt hand. Oh, son of a gun. Mantha over to the near side. And back again to Connor Clifton. Hopefully it's just a little stinger on the hand. But here we go. Back on in behind the net of Tarasov to the far side. Kept into the zone by Shea. Along the boards. Near side cleared out. And chasing it down. Uh-oh. This is a partial breakaway shot denied by Shelovs. Great stream, keep it up. Well, thank you. Thank you, Pensman Sports. We go live for as many Pens games as we possibly can among Pirates and NHL games as well as the Penguins will ice the puck. But let me see. I'm back. I'm determined trying to find this record. The Kings had it in back-to-back seasons. 95. Over to the near side. Over to the far. The Pens sending it out. And that's going to be your icing. Are they just like... They're just not bothering calling icing on the Penguins. I don't know why. But they're going to call it on the Panthers. Icing on the Panthers. My Penguins, Steelers, and Yankees content creator. Oh, hey, man, that's awesome.
Hey.
That is awesome. My computer! Just
want?
set it right down there next to the table. Oh, okay. In the table is fine. Okay. Man, but Dad's back. You missed it. Well, Gino got a hat trick. That's why I don't have my hat on. I had to throw the hat. They have a chance now at 8 unanswered goals, which could be the first time. I'm double checking this, but it could be the first time in NHL history a team has let up 8 consecutive goals twice in a season.
Who do you think tomorrow's going to be? Going to be Crosby Day or Russ Day?
I don't know. We'll see.
Today was Malkin Day.
Oh, absolutely. No, actually, I'm wrong. The Senators had it happen to them twice. 3 times in the 93-94 season. But it's been over 25 years. It's been actually over 30 years since a team has let up 8 unanswered goals in multiple games. As the Panthers driving it in over to the far side, not going to go. Pens will clinch. They can't clinch tonight, but potentially by next weekend they could clinch. It all depends on how everything else goes down.
They were not able to
Oh, I know they did. They told me. Guy told me on the phone. So
that's the old processor.
Oh, that's the old fan. The old processor's down in AMD in Florida.
Yeah.
Awesome. Man, it won't be tonight or next week. It'll probably be, I think, by next weekend, I think, is the earliest chance they can clinch if everything goes their way, which so far it has. If I'm not mistaken, that was where the mark was. But back over to the near side, Tanger. We did take a look into this like last week. But here we go. Behind the net to the far side, battling for possession into the corner. Trying to move it up the far side comes the Panthers. And here they come to the near side, back in behind the net of Shilovs, over to the far side, gotta get back in net, okay, he does, and here comes a chance, Noel Achari, the Penguins trying to make history, over to the near side, into the corner, behind the net goes Novak, up to the top of the zone, shot, not gonna make it to the net, Soderblom, driving, passing, taken back by the Panthers, Soderblom getting back on it to the near side, and the Panthers will take it back. Up through the near side, trying to regroup a little bit. And here we go. To the far side, Bennett working with that puck along the boards. Over to the near side, into the offensive end with speed, driving down. He shot, didn't. No, it's a goal. That goal going to be scored by number 18, going to be Noah Gregor. That's unfortunate. I was hoping the Pens would set a record. But still, 2 sevens is not bad in a season. I mean, 2 sevens is not bad. So, even though a lot of times teams have scored 7 unanswered, but like, you know, you gotta jump a long ways here. You get to 2025. Okay. So here we go. Over to the far side. The Panthers trying to move it back, but the Pens get it. Tied up around that center ice area. And the Pens going to move it out through center. Here comes your chance. A shot going to go and easily redirected by Tarasov. Man, 10-3 works. Yeah, but I was hoping the Pens would get that 8 unanswered goals, so that we could say the Panthers gave up 10 or 8 unanswered goals twice in the season. The first time a team has done that in 30 years. All right, so up to the top of the zone, the Pens working with it. All right, so now it's going to be taken. Here come the Panthers through center to the offensive end. 2-on-3 into the zone, shot not going to make it there, and the Pens move it out the other way. Okay. So here we go, back on over to the far corner. Soderblom trying to move it around to the near side. Archers walked off the bottom of the ninth, 3-2. We did catch that. Michael. Oh, man, but here we go, over to the far side. Craig giving us some NHL updates. Owls up 1-0 over the Canes. Blue Jackets up 1-0 over the Jets. I figured the Cane or the Blue Jackets would win. I'm expecting the Owls to get a point tonight at least. But over to the far side, along the board, still tied up for that puck, and it gets cleared out. And it's going to be a Florida icing. Let's see. When was the last time a team got multiple 7 straight unanswered goals in the season? That's probably going to be more recent. Ottawa, Washington, nope. Been a couple years. It's been a couple years at least. Let's see. Here's 2023 Vegas. I don't think anyone there is the same. Oh, man. It's been a couple years at least. So, over to the near side. There's a fight in the Toronto game. Why does that not surprise me?
What's the score? NHL.
Well, Blue Jackets up 1-0. Ivan Provorov getting a goal over the Jets. And the Isles, Gatcombe getting a goal 1-0 over the Canes. Capitals up 3-0 over the Sabres. They made the playoffs and they are just giving up. Man. Over to the near side. It's going to be battle for that puck over to the far. It's no longer going for 8 unanswered goals. I was hoping to get that so we can make history and say that for the first time in 30 years, a team gave up 8 unanswered goals twice in the same season. But a chance in front and stopped by RD Party.
So who was starting the
third? Tarasov. Yeah, in here is the old cooling fan I had.
So it looks like the Penguins. Yeah, 2 points. That's good. But if the other teams win, then it's still they only get, they're closer, but it's not. They didn't gain too much.
Oh, they did gain a lot because right now the Penguins control their destiny. So what's happening is that the Pens control their own destiny right now.
How many wins do they have to go?
So, with how tight it is very tight. Yeah. Assuming everybody wins every possible game, including games where they might play each other where 4 points is not possible, but just sake of argument, right? The absolute latest, let me go to the NHL playoff picture. If the Pens win every game, they can only drop 1 if everybody else wins every single game. Because, wait, no. Except 2 because of Columbus. Columbus has a 100-point max. Whereas the Isles have a 99-point max. The Flyers also have a 100-point max. So that's kind of where things sit on that. But realistically, things are going to change. I'd say realistically next weekend the Pens clinch.
So they have to go 1, 2, 3. They have to win 1, 2, 3, 4 games. 5 games.
That's assuming everybody else wins every single game. The worst case scenario is the Pens can only drop 2 games. Is the absolute worst case scenario. But again, Columbus and the Isles are probably going to drop a game or 2 somewhere. Them 2 dropping a game somewhere helps the Penguins. That gives them an extra game they can lose. And the Penguins, with having 6 games left, including today, after today, they only play 5 more games. And in those 5 games, they can afford to drop 3. Or 2. They can afford to drop 2. They just need to win 3. Or even overtime losses. 2 overtime losses count for a win.
So they need to win 3 more games to kind of secure a playoff berth.
Guaranteed within their own control. But also, probably by Thursday, Friday, you're talking a chance. Even though the Pens don't play Friday, depending on who plays, they could possibly clinch. And Gino not able to get a clean shot to the near side. As it's going to be a 2-on-1 to the offensive end, and he scores. The Panthers making it 9-4. That goal going to be scored by number 11. That's going to be Mackie Samoskevich. Pens are just starting to get a little loose right now. They're starting to get a little loose.
They could come back, the Panthers.
We've seen it before, Dad. Look at the Sharks game. But we'll see. Let me go ahead and end this poll because, well, it makes no sense to have that poll. Let me start a new poll, though. Can the Penguins make a deep run? Yes? No? Let's have you guys. Let's see. They're really going to throw this game somehow? I don't think so. They can, but I don't think they do. So that's going to be frozen by Tarasov. And that is going to be Sam Miskevich's 4th game in a goal streak. 10th goal this season. Man. Wait, Sorokin's playing again? Oh my gosh. Hey, you think the Islanders have a number 1 goalie? Like a definitive number 1 goalie out of there too? Considering Sorokin's had 12 starts straight? Oh my gosh. So over to the far side, the Panthers with the puck in the offensive end from the point. Shot, not going to make it. And over to the far side, moving it out. And the problem now is not the fact that the goalie is the sole problem. They're getting lazy defensively. I mean, you should never have a 3-on-1 in a case like this. When you're up by 7 goals. You know what I mean?
Should be playing back and defensively.
Exactly. They're just kind of playing all over the middle of the ice. Like they're just almost like we have to have 5 guys on the ice, so we're gonna have 5 guys anywhere.
You know what they're trying to do, and I could see that.
Double digit?
No. I think they're gonna try to get like now that Gino's got it, they're trying to get Crosby and Russ.
A little bit.
So they're trying to, instead of doing defense, they're trying to.
I mean, if I were the Penguins, what I would be using this time for is I would be maybe testing a few new combinations if I had anything in mind.
No.
Why not? I mean, the thing is...
Because then you could potentially, if they've never played together, then they could be in the wrong place and you could have a break.
Yeah, I mean, I get
in a score.
Well, I would say if I was working something in prep, that's what I'm saying. If I had something on my mind, we're testing something out in a little bit of other skates. It wouldn't have been the first time they would have skated together. But, right now we're just rocking and rolling. I think after this, I'm going to get me some dinner. I don't know what you guys ate, so here we go.
I have to check. You have to check with Mommy to see whether she wants anything. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, because part of me is just thinking either wings or pizza. I don't know which. But we'll see here. Ready to rumble. Okay, let's take a look at a couple things here as we have a little bit of time. Let's take a look around the rest of the NHL. The Sabres, Rasmus Dahlin getting a goal. Lightning tying up the game with the Bruins 1 apiece. That going to be by Destu getting the goal for the Lightning. Canadians Devils still 0-0 halfway through the first. The Canes, Seth Jarvis getting a goal, assisted by Sean Walker and Keandre Miller. 1-1 there, 8:45 to go in the first.
Canes and who?
Isles.
Okay, yeah.
The Leafs up 1-0 as well. Matthew Nyes getting a goal. So it's going to be Carolina got one. It's 1-1 that game. Yes, sir. Pirates also got a walk-off win.
Did they?
They're undefeated with the Cone. The Cone is Pittsburgh's savior for Pirates baseball.
You know what?
What? Are you buying a cone too? So we can just hoist the cone?
No. You know what I did? What I saw?
What?
I was making the right off 228.
Yeah?
Down to where the roundabout is.
Yeah?
On the right side, I saw a cone.
You should have grabbed it. Why didn't you grab a cone?
Because I was right in the middle of things and there's a cop there.
You still should have grabbed the cone and said it's for the Pirates. They need it. That was a clear excuse in Pittsburgh to do anything you want. As long as it's in the name of saving the Pirates, you can do whatever. They need anything they can get. Even a traffic cone. As Florida, wing to wing to the far side. Back on in behind the net to the near side. And trying to drive the net, Archer Shelov's on a stop. Over to the far side it goes. Back to the near side. That's Forsling. Shot and gloved by Artie Party. It's crazy how many people leave during a blowout win. You know what I mean? It's crazy how many people leave during a blowout win.
People want to get back, maybe, especially this weekend. They may be going to things, parties or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not often that your team puts up 9 goals on the board. If you were going to a party, why'd you get the tickets anyway? if you knew you wouldn't be staying the whole game.
Well, the other thing is that sometimes they want to beat the rush of traffic and all that.
Yeah, but so much so where you're leaving at the beginning of the third period, or even halfway through.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't do that. If I'm paying for a ticket, I'm watching the whole game.
And plus, some of these may be Florida fans.
Some of them, yes, but there weren't a lot of Florida fans, relatively speaking, at that end. But here we go, over to the near side. The Pens winning the draw and taken by Florida. Shot goes wide to the far side, along the board. 7 to play in regulation. Into the corner, back on in behind the net of Tarasov. Oh, man. And now up on into the offensive end. That's going to be Reinhardt losing it to Mantha.
Okay, we got another question here.
What's up?
Out of whoever played, I mean, it's going to be obvious who the number one star is going to be. Malkin, I think. You know.
Oh, I don't know. It could be Carlson. Carlson has a 4.9 himself. Over to the
What
far
do you
side.
think the 3 stars are going to be?
I don't know, man. That could really go anywhere. But if I pull up
What
a
did the
game,
people on the stream?
I mean, if I pull up Gamecast, right, and I go to box score, and I look at the Penguins' point totals, right? Where's points? Points. Goals, assists. Where's points? I just want points. You don't make it easy on me. Canes Islanders 1-1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go to the game center here and go to the box score. There we go. So for the Penguins, on points, Malkin. Oh, Malkin does have 4. So Malkin's still your first star of the game. Followed probably by Carlson, your second star. Man. And third star is Sergei Bobrovsky because he helped the Penguins win. Oh man. Yeah, that third star.
Who scored the 5th goal?
I don't know. First off, I want to see if any Florida Panthers had like 4 points on the day. Because even losing team players can get stars of the game.
Right.
Let's see. To make it 5-2, it was Malkin.
Because if
it was somebody else like Blue Guy that had the
game winner,
then it would be.
Well, if the Panthers get another goal, then Glue Guy would have the game winner. It could be Crosby because he did pass. You know, considering he did pass Yzerman.
Did he?
Yeah, he was tied.
In this game?
Yes, he was tied with Yzerman going into tonight. He passed him tonight.
Then it will be Crosby.
I mean, Gino already had his night. Man, I had to do a few things. Kenny's still out. We've seen Kindle a little bit, so I think it was just a little stinger on the knee. They were able to get him fixed up. I think I've seen him on since the injury. We'll pay extra attention on that too.
Well, you have to see whether or not he's, in the lineup early, in the projected lineup tomorrow.
Yeah, but if he's still playing now, he's good to go. You know that.
Maybe.
They wouldn't put someone out there in a 9-4 game with 4 minutes to go if they weren't 100%. If you were the coach, what in your mind would have to be going on for that to be the case?
No, what I'm saying is that he may feel great and they may be looking at, but then things may stiffen up, that kind of stuff overnight, and that's what I'm saying.
Man, there's 2 things that stand out to me in this game for the Penguins. Just looking at the NHL Game Center. You know what those 2 things are?
Goals.
The Penguins have made Florida pay. Every time Florida's done a wrong, the Pens have made it right. 3 for 3 on the power play. Number 2, the Penguins have been very protective with the puck in terms of not letting Florida take it away. They've had giveaways, but Florida has not been able to generate a takeaway.
Okay.
The giveaway is like, a bad pass gets, gets flipped out to someone and he takes it back. But a takeaway is like being able to pull the puck out. The Pens have 5 takeaways tonight. Florida has none. Do the Penguins just have Florida's number? Happy Easter, Craig. Happy Easter. Oh, yeah, the Pens have capitalized on the mistakes. There goes Gino.
It could be completely different tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. But so far this season, the Pens, if this game would go final 9-4, the Penguins will have beat the Panthers by a combined 7 points in 2 games. 7 goals in 2 games of combined win. Which is big. And the first one was in Florida. So the Pens won by 2 in Florida, leading by 5 in Pittsburgh, and they play again tomorrow.
Oh, that hit the crossbar.
That's why it went out of play. That's why we had a whistle. Taking a quick look around the rest of the NHL. The Lightning! That's going to be Darren Radish getting a goal. 2-1 Tampa, 4:43 to go. The Sabres, Malenstein getting a goal. 3-2. That's a high-scoring game with 5:39 to go in the first. Isles and Kane still tied at 1 apiece. Blue Jackets still up 1-0 on the Jets. The Canucks, Carlson getting a goal. 1-0 over the Utah Mammoth. Who, by the way, Utah is playing for something tonight. I don't remember what they're playing for, but they're playing for something. Let me see here. Utah. Yes, they are fighting to stay alive in the central top 3 race. With a regulation loss or overtime loss, they would be eliminated from top 3 of the central and be relegated to just a wild card team no matter what. Now, we did see Nick York getting that walk-off double to get a 3-2 win, but it's not raise the Jolly Roger. I don't know what that means. I only know 3 words.
You don't know what raise the Jolly Roger is?
I only know 3 words. Hoist the cone! Hoist the cone! Hoist the cone!
Raise the Jolly Roger.
Free Big Macs! Free Big Macs! Oh, man.
Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates are going to the playoffs.
I was joshing. I know what it means, but that's not the right phrase for this team here. The right phrase for this team this year is hoist the cone, hoist the cone, hoist the cone. Taking a look at the Penguins' remaining schedule, it's relatively a kind of coast in. You got a couple against Washington that'll be a little tough, but over to the far side, centering pass, shot denied. Over to the far side, and puck is skittering around in the air. Under 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Top of the zone, shot denied by Artie Party. Florida trying to get all their shots in now. That last one by Sabrengo. And around to the near side, taken down low for Florida.
An empty net.
Why would you pull your goalie down 5?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, no, you would see the graphic up there. Or they pulled the goalie and they haven't updated the graphic yet, in which case neither of us know because I don't know. I can't read Paul what's his name's mind.
Why not?
But here we go. Shea looking to give us free Big Macs. Over to the near side. Although I don't think we're getting free Big Macs. The Big Mac attack's not going to get met. Over to the near side. Here come the Florida Panthers. Up through center. Nice defensive job there by Soderblom. You see that?
Yeah, that's what I like to see more of whenever they're up.
Nice use of the stick to break that puck away. That's called a takeaway. And meanwhile, over here, let's take a look here. Driving in, and that's going to be a whistle. But yeah, that's what a takeaway would look like in hockey. A giveaway would be something where you just cough it up. Man, Penguins, 25 goals in the last 4 games. Most in a 4-game span since March 1996, when they got 26 goals.
Part of the Lemieux, that would be Lemieux.
Yeah. Lemieux, Yager. Was Borky there still, too? The old 2-9er? I thought Borky was on that team.
Stevens.
Yep. Although that's the one thing. I don't know why they don't have Borky up in the... I guess they have Borky in between because he's not in the booth. Borky's not in the booth for this game. He hasn't been in for a couple games at home.
That's because he's in the intermission. He's back in their studio, I think.
No, he's not. The intermissions has been Jay Caulfield and what's her name?
Bork is radio. Bork is radio.
Yeah, but sometimes they'd bring him in on for the TV stuff. I've seen it before.
But he's I think he's primarily Bork is primarily radio and Caulfield is primarily
Well, no,
TV.
Caulfield is not in the booth. Caulfield's in the intermission.
Yeah. TV side of the intermission.
Oh, here we go. It looks like this game is getting ready to go final with a final score. Your Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins, baby, winning by a final score of 9-4 over the Florida Panthers.
There could have been a penalty there.
Too many men on the ice.
Yeah, because he kind of jumped on like with 2 seconds left.
Well, the Panthers have now officially been eliminated from playoff contention. Night, bye-bye. Nobody's gonna miss you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Panthers.
Well, they had a couple of years where they were just dominant.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't worry, we'll double down tomorrow, and we'll let the door hit you on the way out of downtown.
That's a big 2 points there.
Yeah, a huge 2 points for the Penguins in the playoff race. Especially if the Canes can pull off the comeback over the Isles. That'll be big. That would be big. Like, big. But that being said...
The game is Malkin.
No, that's their North Star of the game. That's not official stars of the game.
Yeah, but it'll be it.
Oh, don't let the door hit you. After tomorrow, we'll let the door hit you on the way out. We want to play at least a formidable opponent tomorrow. Oh, man, a big win for the Pittsburgh 11 Penguins. And they're going through stars of the game. That's going to be Soderblom, glue guy, getting the star of the game. I believe he's going to be your 3rd star. Your 2nd star of the game, number 65, Erik Karlsson. There are some Florida Panthers fans still there. And your 1st star, number 71, everybody get a White Russian, Evgeny Malkin, being your 1st star of the game. A big win for the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins. Do you think Ovi retires, going to the Pens game on the 11th just in case? Honestly, I could see it either way. I think it's really going to depend on what Washington does. If Washington builds around, like builds a winner and opens the door to Ovi, I think he more than comes back.
If he thinks that he could get another run at it, yes, he will.
Because
he'll retire.
I mean, Ovi still has it. He still has it. But the thing is that what's he playing for now? Maybe going for, didn't he already hit 1,000 career goals?
The other thing that could happen that I don't see ever happening is him going to a different team.
The Penguins.
To get the
Penguins.
But I don't see that happening.
Hey, Crosby has teamed up with Ovi before. Look back, I think it was a 2019 All-Star game or 2017 All-Star game. They were on the same line. Just imagine a line. Chinikov or Chinikov, Ovi, Malkin at center. The Mad Russians Christmas line.
But I don't see that happening because he's a lifelong Capital
Oh, absolutely
fan.
not. But still.
Just like Malkin and Crosby are lifetime Penguins fans.
Elvis has left the building. Get that dog off my lawn. The only thing I could see Ovi chasing, even if they don't build a team around him, is maybe going for 1,000 career regular season goals. He'd need to play about 2 to 3 more years for that. But I could see him trying to do that. Even if they don't build a team around him. You know what I mean? Although Ovi could also say, I've scored the most goals in NHL history. I'm content with that. I don't need to put my body on the line no more. I made my money. I got my rings.
Yep.
But if he wants to chase 1,000, I could see him doing that. I could see him coming back just to chase 1,000.
I don't see that.
I
don't see that. It would be more likely to do that one more playoff run. I could see that, but I don't see him trying to get,
I mean, by the end of the season, he could be at 930 total, which is only 2 35-goal seasons. Right now, he's pacing, he's at 31 right now with about 6 games to go, give or take.
I could be wrong, but
I'm just saying I could see him wanting to come back just to chase 1,000, then retire, whether he gets a ring or not. You know what I mean? I could see that going either way. But I could definitely see this being his last game in Pittsburgh for sure. But Dad, you got anything else?
Doesn't retire.
But I could see it. That's what I'm saying. But you got anything else you want to tell the people? Because I want to record a video, and then I want to go and get some food, and then set that thing up.
Okay.
So if you guys did enjoy, drop a massive like on this stream. It does help us out a whole lot. It tells us that we're doing content that you guys enjoy. Same thing with dropping a sub on the channel. Remember, at 900 subscribers, he calls some hockey. He calls a full period. You ready for that, Dad? You're the one that set the number. I asked you. I thought it was going to be 1,000 for you to call a period and 10,000 for a full game, not 900 and 1,000. So, you dug your own grave on that one, Dad. Get in the fast lane, Grandma. The bingo game is ready to roll. Oh, man. But yeah, with that, we'll catch you guys next stream. Let me check the streaming schedule because that is all up in the air right now. So, let me go ahead and pull up the streaming schedule. When did I had...
You have a game.
I've said I'm gonna try to find another time to do the member vote because I want to get a couple things done. I want to get a video of a reaction for this, like a Pens fan reaction. But yeah, I think, and actually, if you want to join me in that recording, you can. It'll be kind of fun. But tomorrow's Florida Panthers Pittsburgh Penguins game is not gonna happen. For the record, it is not going to happen. The Blues and Avalanche, maybe, because that's at 9:30. So Blues Avalanche tomorrow, maybe. Definitely no on Pens Panthers tomorrow. I know it's on the schedule. If we don't stream tomorrow, then the next stream will be on Monday. We got a doubleheader Monday, 7 p.m., beginning with the Lightning and the Sabres, the battle for the Atlantic. And then at 10:30 p.m., the battle for the Western Conference's wildcard spot, the Predators and Kings. And then again on Tuesday or on Wednesday, we'll be live for Oilers and Sharks at 10 p.m. Eastern. So with that, we'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow. Definitely, though. Definitely on Monday. And we'll catch you guys then. Peace out and have a good